Ano, first time ko ito kinanta, friend. Hindi man hindi mo nahanap, friend.
Maganda yun, family.
I-practice ko ito, friend. There we go. Halungan ka ba, kasilagan ka ba, o kalintaan na lang? Ngunit sa bihaya ka ang akong ganaman. Wala na yung mo'y bisan jutay kining palatiyan. Gani sa luha ko'y nanawasan dyan. Wala na'y gahong kinindungan na magbangga. Nahulak ang akong himaya. Nagunog na hulak sa imong pagbiya. Wala'y tukaloy ako nga gibudiya. Wala'y tukaloy ako nga gitaliga. Ay nang kami puno sa hudyaka. Patay ng pagbating nafsan sa mga luha. Kanya ko wala na'y dumi, kining kinabuhi. Libog mo ko aning kantaha, oy. Asa ko mo hinay, asa ko mo pagsawd. Busa kining dughan sa hilong nangandoy na lamang. Nangandoy matapos na na. Uy, lain na lang inyo i-request, B. Naluya mo ko ni kataha, oy. Naluya ko, guys.
Naluya sa inutong.
Luya ko utong.
Aray ko. Bakit buffering ka?
John Ray.
Oo, pero iba ka pa.
Get cable free.
No questions and leaders. No asking why. No looking back. Count on you every time to live my world now. You're everything important to me, my miracle one. Sakto na na guys, favorite wa na nahurot yun. Gibbs, ginawa ko Gibbs. Kaloy, kita ko Gibbs. Ito ba mag-eco cancellation sa tabi. Uy, Gibbs. Ikaw ba Gibbs, mama? Yung mga jud kay ka, takon Gibbs. Kano sana ka ni ulit dyan?
Atong oy shout out that DBIF. Atong Pizza Dusi.
Ano ba na ito siya?
July 12.
Kano sa dito ka sa kako? Abi na kung the next week na
Nag-eco ka, friend.
Nag-cancellation ako. Eco
Baka ako
cancellation.
sandali.
Okay. Yeah, eco
Sir Jim
cancellation.
siguro.
Ah.
See, ikaw may pakanano, ikaw may kasalanan.
Ano, na?
Sir Jim, kailan balik mo?
Wala pa ngita pa kog work DBIF.
Pero Saudi lang din.
Hindi, kung mas maganda nga hindi Saudi. Ayaw ko ng Saudi.
Ano yung PM mo nga ako. May offer ako. Europe siya.
DBIF?
Oo, sa Europe siya na
Oh, mas maganda sa Europe.
Yeah. Pero parang, alam mo, ang kasi doon is, advantage talaga. Pero, di ko alam kung free yung accommodation ha. Baka mamaya kasi ikaw magsagot ng accommodation.
Dapat klaruhin muna yung mga
Okay.
ganyan.
Yes, oo.
Layo pa man.
Oo. Sayang nga kasi nag-exit ka na dapat ka ng cross country. Parang
hindi ka lang nag-vacation, Geb, ba't ka ka na?
Siyempre, millionaire na friend. Kailangan pa niya kumita ng bilyon. Ikaw ba naman kumikita sa YT ng ganyan?
Kayo dyan, kasamahan namin dito dati. Nandiyan na rin siya. Nagkita kayo.
Sino ba yun?
Si Roberto Revillaz. Nandiyan na siya. Nag-exit naman.
Wala.
Nandiyan na siya.
Ngita tagkurata DBIF kay nganang milyon si mong giingon naa pa na sa kuan resibo sige bayaran kada buwan.
Wow. Oo, kasi friend parang may kinuha siya kasi na bahay ng jeep, no?
Bahay na ito na para bare unit perte ka karon mura na og bodega.
Mao ni karon ka na imong kuanan.
Sing gamaya, ora siya puspuro.
Uy, garade mo ba? Gigamyan lang ka no.
At least may million friend.
Million lagi ang kuan, ang utang
DBIF. Million. Oh, ahak ka.
Utang DBIF. Utang na to lagi yan. May tag makita lagi tanig kuan kaning sa western country ay.
Oh.
Kay kanang madaang pamilya ba paita layo
Uy, Canada.
Lagi daghan mga work sa Canada, ma'am. Kaso ang kuan mo sponsor ba like visa sponsorship panagsam man gud sa kuan.
Ay, bigyan kita ng form tapos may referensya doon, may referred person kasi. Pero kilala mo yun, friend? Kasama natin before. Si Jovelyn, yung may Donald dito from Aklan.
So, parang sa akyat bahay na.
Pero yun, as in, kasi yung company kasi nila, isa sa mga, kaso nga lang, probinsya siya sa Canada. Pero kung ayun naman yung stepping stone mo, why not? Diba?
Correct. Daghan sa work ko na work ko, marami doon. Yung ina-applyan ko sabi, andito ka na ba sa Canada? Andito ka na ba sa
Hindi
Australia?
kasi ang
Ah,
mostly kasi example 'pag nasa Canada kasi ang mangyayari, ito ako may-ari ng company. Hindi kasi sila
mm,
puwedeng mag-hire ng isang foreign worker kung hindi sila magpo-post ng job doon sa lugar na yon. So kung walang
correct.
mag-apply ayun within a month ayun yung parang pinapayagan sila ng gobyerno ng Canada na, "O sige walang nag-apply sa position na yan kailangan okey na mag-hire kayo ng mga foreign worker." Gano'n yung policy nila,
Okey.
yes. Kaya
Gano'n.
tinatawag nilang LAMIA, kailangan may LAMIA ka siya.
Lamia, oo.
Ang LAMIA kasi is yung parang pag-process or ina-allowed yung yung owner ng isang business na mag-hire ng mga foreign workers.
Correct, correct. Yung Lamia 'no? Lamia kaya
Asa
'no?
man ang
LAMIA.
lamia jud mi.
LAMIA kasi friend parang ayun yung parang may privilege yung isang employer sa Canada na pinapayagan ng gobyerno na kumuha
Mm.
ng isang outside the country dahil walang nag-apply sa mga posisyon na yun.
Oo,
So
sweldo
'pag
talaga
ready
sa
na
ano,
LAMIA.
develop sa mga ganyan 'no?
Siyempre, isa rin kasi ako sa nag-apply 'no. 'Di ba kami yung tatlo ni Lakwacherong Nurse at saka si Proud Pinoy, then nag-decline ako. Parang na ata si Lakwacherong Nurse parang nag-aantay na lang siya ng basta may inantay na lang siya kasi nag-ano din naman siya sa Pilipinas 'di ba, driver. Ay sana all.
Oo, basta makapunta ka lang dun, may trabaho naman 'no, mahanap agad.
Yeah. O kung hindi ka lang maarte sa trabaho, Diyos ko, choosy ka pa ba?
Correct.
Saka ka na mag-choose kung kung okey ka na, na-settled ka na doon. Kung yun lang yung paraan, 'di ba? O wag mo
Miss
kaming daanan sa kuwento Gibbs, kantahan mo na kami.
o aga mo 'no, 2:00 anong oras na ba diyan? 2:00 ngayon sa Pinas.
11:00 pala,
Ah,
2:00 sa kanya hindi 11:00 pa lang sa kanya ng gabi.
Unsa man ako?
11:19 pa lang sa
Siyempre ka pa ganina ha, saka dayon kay gusto pa ko mag-review dunya tanawang oras o 11 na tuloy na, di na sa ko kapiyod sa
kantahin
kiyod-kiyod.
mo ng pagkiyod-kiyod diyan yung
Hmm,
Gibbs, dali.
midnight na nga rin, mag-behave na sa ko niya. Ani gisumog jud pa din niya friend last yang live mga yung mga kanta mo mga pag hindi mo pa makalawasan. Pagdugod jud gising ko niya kay alauna naman tudlaw sa buntag friend. Ingon siya, sayo na naman ko sa bagay ko na ko kadala na rin ka ni siya pa.
Ako matong nagudunggan gud sa kuan kanang mga
Usan na
80s nga
song?
disco ba.
Kayo,
Mga itong mga 80s disco, DBF ba, ng Touch in the Night, ng Electric
oh,
Dreams, yung na. Akong paminaw na ako suwayan
Di pa
tanibi kay
wala pa ako pinanganak.
oh, hindi wag pinanganak ng time na yan.
pag kitaon gani, sus Ginoo ko, wala pag anak akong lulo na ana na. O, di ba? Pero I like it.
Dugay na kayo na, oy.
Uy, sus Ginoo ko. It does,
Hmm,
that isn't come with,
correct.
Yes, pero
Eh,
gusto ko pa rin yung mga song
sabi
ni
nga, age is just a number. Ano ka ba
Oh,
naman, DBF?
hala, saan ko ba yan nabasa? Parang di ko yan nabasa,
Kita ko yan sa may mga basurahan.
uy, ito
Age,
nagkasada ba? Nagbarag-barag ba? Nag-ipunit.
Uy, kantahan mo na kami, wag mo kaming linlangin.
Oo.
linlangin. Manglilin talaga.
Uy, in
Sige.
your eyes, kung happy. Sige na, Gabs. In your
Ay,
Sige,
eyes.
in your
girl.
eyes in your
Ganun
eyes.
akong friend yan.
Oh,
Tapos
mo na yung
pakisunod yung
request
ko
ni
line na
kuan mo na ko, Ha?
Uy,
ano ba
naubos
'to
si
si Sir
Francis.
Francis parang may 900 plus pa akong song na request.
Oo, si Francis, i-book na
Francis
kita this
Magaluna. Oh, mag-stereo ko ha.
Sige.
Stereo crack ta. Kaya matry ta mga anta. Dali na ako ko'y kuan tag 5-5 ni para sa jukebox. Pwede na pwede na.
Goer!
Ang laki, ang laki. Yung mga pahinomdom. Right? Sige.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry, they were freezing, you could almost hardly hear them. Well, with local recordings from StreamYard, you'll be able to download a perfect quality video from your guest after the show. This means that no matter what you or your guest's internet connection is like, you'll be able to download the perfect high quality recording every single time. You can also download both a separate audio and a separate video file for the hosts and guests. Now, with StreamYard, you can have freeze-free studio quality recordings on any connection, anywhere in the world. You can choose to download them, stream them later, or edit and repurpose them. It's your turn to test out local recordings today, now available on StreamYard.
Get cable-free live TV with no hidden fees or long-term contracts and 100 plus channels. YouTube TV. Try it free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
Right, that's what I try. Think I'm fine to know. I can see the end in your smile. The thing that I can show you, that what we have is still worthwhile. Don't you know that love just like a thread that keeps unraveling, but then it ties us back together in the end. In your eyes, I can see my dreams reflection in your eyes. Find the answers to my questions in your eyes. I can see the reasons why love's alive in your eyes. Drifting safely back to shore. I think if I learn to love you. Okay na itong audio dira. You warned me that life changes and no one really knows. When the time will make us strangers, or when the time will make us grow into the winds of when times change. Hindi na marunong magbasa. Through it all, love will still remain in your eyes. I can see my dreams reflections in your eyes. I found the answers to my questions in your eyes. I can see the reasons why I love our life in your eyes. We're drifting safely back to shore, and I think I've finally learned to love you more. In your eyes, I can see the reasons why love's alive. You and I, we're drifting safely back to shore. Think I finally learned to love you.
Yay! Thank you. Very
Okay, so ano na, nakabayad na ko sa utang.
Uy, dili pa. 1 in a million.
Pwede, 1 in a million.
Oh, yes.
Sige, sige. 1 in a million.
Nag-live ka, Nob. Katong naana ka dyan sa Pinas, nakita na ko ang replay.
Oo. Nag-live ko kano sa ba to? Nangita pa mag-work, so while waiting. Live sa
Kaya pala eh. Uy, pag ano ka diri sa Monday, be? Monday.
Sige, basta makita na ko niya. Naka-live ka, Ma'am
Ilan
M.
siya? Time
Ay,
sa
ay, linaw. Ano yan sa mo? Kat ta.
Oo, kat ka. Uy, syempre ha. Si Francis also, ang usa na akong ka-singer is from Mandawi, pero naa siya naka-base karon sa Italy.
Italy. Sana all ato sa Italy ay.
Ano, niya ang babae nga singer katong grabe gid siya makapayugyug nako, katong babae nga singer is in Netherlands.
Netherlands. Mga ano rin, mga foreigners na din sila ron.
Pero mga Bisaya sila pareho ha. Si Sherry is Davao. Uy, Davao si Sherry. Si Francis is Mandawi, kapwa Cebu nato. Di ba?
Naghanap kita ng taga Cebuano.
Mga
Huwag niya na
Bisaya.
litunon.
Recollection. Unsa to?
Ricos Lechon. Ambot lang mo bagyap sikat. Ricos Lechon
Uy,
bagyap.
ikaw, naglag-lag na ka diha. Uy, ato kag simala.
Dito kong simala. Ako mga itong gi-upload tong simala na mo nga.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Uy, balik ka to, be. Picturing ko to. Katukan, di ba, ang mga candle na siya mga pangalan, kada color.
Naay kuan, naay image ni Mama. Ano man?
Kana ako diri mga candle niya, wala man ako nadala ang kuan kanang name niya pa.
Ipadala na diri itong butag pangan.
Other diha ba ya ko? First, number 1 yun na sa akong list, gives ka ng simala kada
Simala.
uli.
Tanaw na ko ha. Magama ko.
Kada uli na. Ayan. Sige na, guys.
Di ara na ako gid ka nang sakom ning gida.
Oh, kana na siya mga meaning ba ya? Para kanang green, unsa man na siya, naay mga meaning ba para kanang health, business, ngay na ka. Imong gi ko ha.
May nakabutang. Pero nakabutang dito ilista nila to na sa ilang mga tindahan nga. I think ang kanang blue is for employment. Nanay mga ano.
Ang ako ko na matong health, happiness char. Unya. Basta.
Si DBIF. Sa may color imong ganahan DBIF.
Red, kay almost man ko high blood.
Napuwa na yung dugo na to diya.
Ayaw reklamo diha. Huwag mo ito kasakuha.
Correct. May nang red kay pwede mahimong high blood, pwede sa
Katong kanta ni mo, Gibbs, katong ginatan mo ba nga? Padisco.
Unsa?
Inan ko ito mabinaw. Katong ginatan ni mo, mananap.
Kung kumanta ka nga, GIB'S, yung ano, nung umakit ka noon, bahala ka na, anong i-rewind mo na lang yun. Ay, Diyos ko.
Sige, pangitaon na to ni mga disc room kasayawon man ni si Ma'am M.
Dili na ko mo sa maminaw ako kay ano ha, ikaw ha, ganina pa ko sige inviting mo pa ako mag-12 na diri.
La second ibay pa si BF kay ganina ra na. Gata ko ana dara.
Di kiat-kiat. Napasa ang lubot.
Napasa ba na? Pilasan. Kuyawag ko ano? Kani. Ato ning suwayan. Kani.
Honda CR-V Hybrid, we took everything you love about the CR-V and kicked it up a notch with excellent fuel efficiency and greater power. The CR-V and CR-V Hybrid from Honda.
Remember all the crime. It's a secret dream lost in your mind. You, your lonesome eyes were all I wanted to know. Helpless tears never stood the rain. Only you to my life, to live just this way. Touching the night, it feels like heaven. Touching the night, so happy. Listen, you like another secret. Touching the night, whatever I do. You, my angel in disguise. Deep inside my heart, like the inner light. I believe in all your promise and your love. I feel in you. Only you into my life, to live just this way. Touching the night, I feel for you. Tonight, I go, I'm coming today. I feel for you. Tonight. Disco. It feels like heaven, touching the night. So happy in love. Tonight I call, I'm calling your name. Tonight I feel for you. Tonight. Touching the night, it feels like heaven. Touching the night, so lucky in love. Tonight I call, I'm calling your name. Tonight I feel for you. I call, I'm calling your name. Tonight I feel for you. Tonight. Disco Timog Kalibutan, kasayian kalubihan. Labot ko kayo na. Tagsing ko lang ang entrance mga kainsalunan. Lahos.
Dahan lahat ng mga music
Lahos tayo. Lahos!
Ha?
Ito ilahos. Saya wala naman, memes.
Anahan ko mo tingnan.
Time is ticking and there's nothing I can do. My heart is sinking and my love is all for you. Fine time, it's in the right situation. But you know, now my heart is broken. I can find my way. Now I'm kicking 'cause I think I'm losing you. I feel like reaching out and always nice to you. You know the way you sing is infatuation. Every day spending all this money just to make you stay. Sweet boy, you're in love with a sweet boy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sweet boy, spend your love with a sweet boy. You don't know what I'm going Coconuts are the best things you can. When it dance, you don't like sweet stew. Time to start, gentleness of situation. You're the man. Now I really lost you. I can only pray. Sweet boy, you're in love with a sweet boy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sweet boy, spend your time with a sweet boy. You don't know what I'm going through. Sweet boy, you're in love with a sweet boy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sweet boy.
For me, being born without legs, technology has played a huge role in my life. I have running legs that come all the way from Japan, and I get them fabricated in Seattle. If I didn't connect with these individuals, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Spend your time with a sweet boy. You don't know what I'm going
Wala pa kita si Higay pa niyo. Higama. Si paningot ng buga ni.
Ayun.
Ako pa yun.
Ito kong tiyo. Diretso! Sumakanta. First time to sing this song.
I can hear your music playing. I can feel your body swaying. One clock that love is not even know. twice on the pie. If the answer is no, oh, my sweetness means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pie means you weren't gonna show. You look out, you went out tonight, pulling the string with the note that attached to my heart. Been how many times I saw you, how in my silence I adored you, and only in my dreams it won't between us apart. Oh, my darling, that 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Oh, twice on the pie if the answer is no. Oh, my sweetness means you met me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pie means you ain't gonna show. Oh yeah, why did you go kalibutan? I can hear your music playing. I can hear your body swaying. 1 floor below me, you don't even know I love you. Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling that you want me. Oh, twice on the pie if the answer is no. Oh, my sweetness means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pie means you ain't gonna show. Ayun, no?
Ganahan ako pagpatayin siya design ko na ako.
Wow, kani mga kanta nga
Ay kanana pa yun ano.
na unsa Ma'am Ems?
Nay kanana ako.
Lagi pangita tag mga kuan diri kana mga pang disco ba? Asa naman wag ka na.
Ginisan ni mamot ko dito.
Electric Dreams asa to tonight. Ano pa?
Bidong na diyo. Hello, hindi daw.
Tonight in
We give me the
Lari daot daw ka DBIF.
So, boros kong 5 years.
Alright, padayon. Oy, what's up, Joss? Ito ka DBIF para maganda ang kanta dali. Wala pa kayo sa DBIF sa Diki.
Only knew you for a while. I never saw you smile till it was time to go away. Sometimes it's hard to recognize love comes as a surprise, and it's too late. It's just too late to stay. Too late to stay. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together in electric dreams. Because the friendship that you get It's told me to be brave. No matter where I go, I'll never find a better bride. Go to you miles and miles away. I see you every day. I didn't have to try. I just close my eyes. I close my eyes. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. Sayaw-sayaw mga kaibigan. Mabuntag. May pista ko ron sa mga napildi. Tungkit sa yalay ug madjud. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. We'll always be together.
Wala ka ni music.
Sige, padayon. Asan mo to si Kuan?
Si friend.
Napasok ko na yung lubot.
Rap Jess.
Boss Rob, shout out. Annalyn, shout out. Ayun. Padayon ta sa ato ang disco karong gabi una. Ayaw manayaw, libre lang. Alright. Ala disco mga kaibigan. Iso ka barangay, CEBU, Kapurok. Magsadya kita ng atong kapistahan sa Santil mo. Ako, Marcel, sabi ni Annalyn. Huwag pa na nakainom. Alay gishat. Tonight. Just like that, that you're feeling riding over the fly, make you enjoy yourself. Don't give up, pleasure of tonight. Don't be worried, baby. Everything is gonna be great. Why don't you try to know it? You don't have to think to forget, or when I tell you, we will say tonight we get a pleasure in the right way, you and me, better now we're finally together, we will say tonight we get a pleasure in the right way, you and me, better now we're finally together. All right, arriba. Don't tagay nga disco sa atong barangay mga kaibigan. Tonight,
want to lose your mind. Catch the moment, enjoy yourself. Try to touch it with the love in the eyes. Don't be so worried, baby. Everything has gotta be great. Why don't you try to know it? You don't have to think to forget, or when I tell you, we will see tonight we got a pleasure in the right way. You and me better now we're finally together. Tonight we will see tonight we got a pleasure in the right way. You and me better now we're finally together. Yeah, man. Saro, tupig pa isang bali. Kapigilan, saksan, kapigilan, katapukan. Alright. Diretso na na, diretso. Parang wala na idaghan. Ay naglingkod ha, kay parang dili mawagtag ang singot. Annalyn, shout out Annalyn. Boss Rafael, shout out.
di mapugna ni si Mel, si Ma'am El sa iyahang tiil. Kaning tiil ani basta makadungo og music. Ay, naglingkod diha. Gravity, yeah. Sabi ni ano din. With matching stepping na to diha. Basig magka. Touch by touch, you're my all-time lover. Skin to skin, you come under my cover. Anak birahi, entras sa'yo pa sa tagabiyon, mga kaitsunan. When I feel the time is right and you're staying by my side, and the love you give to me makes my heart beat. When my fantasies fly away, but my feelings make me stay, I see the fire in your eyes, it makes my heart beat. We still do it night and day. You're my all-time lover. We still do it in the way, like there is no other. Touch by touch, you're my all-time lover. Skin to skin, come under my cover. When my heart is full of love, it makes me a turtle dove. Love's the game that we play night and day. When our love is clear and bright, it's a way to see the light. There's the fire in our hearts night and day. We still do it night and day. You're my all-time lover. We still do it in the way, like there is no other. Touch by touch, you're my all-time lover. Skin to skin, come under my cover. Arriba, arriba! Mahilig sa mga kumpul. Udiin magka-DBIF, murag dato magkaing barangay. We still do it night and day. You're my all-time lover. We still do it in the way, like there is no other. Touch by touch, you're my all-time lover. Skin to skin, come under my cover. We still do it night and day. You're my all-time lover. We still do it in a way, like there is no other. Touch by touch, sabi ni si Ma'am Bello, mura ka naman sa video sa karaoke ba? Hindi mo hulong. Hindi mo hulong. Hindi mo hulong. Kanang karton ba? Karton, di ba? Oh. Kanini sayawin ni wala ni siya kanta pero kuha na rin siya. Tawag na music lang. Parang kuhaan yun. Mahunat yun ang imong gikan ganin ng ikal ni si iba yung sa tikas barangay nawagtag. Nagluto din. 6 to 8. Sayo mga kaigsunan kasilingan. Laura Jane, Gallardo, Annalyn. Ngawang di ba ito? You were the greatest lover of my life. Ayaw pa kayo, Miss DDF, for you sabi niya Laura Jane Gallardo.
Gloria, halika dito. Ayun.
Laura Jane. Ito ang irikorida ng Esperas sa itong sitio. Sitio Kiti-Kiti. Sitio Kiti-Kiti. Tayo na wafa ni Kaya. Tayo. 6 to 8. Tell me what to say. Baby, please don't leave me one more time. 1968. Tell me it's too late. You are the greatest lover of my life. Do it for your love, face to face. Go! Hey! Come on! Yeah! Arriba! Viva mineral water. Oh yeah. Buntak na ng uwan mga kaigsunan. Ganda mo yung mga trapal na. Dagputin na niya ang mga tingkaro, mga lampara. Kayo taon-taon.
Mamelo, umahataw na siya. Di na papigilan yan, basta yug-yugan. Di naman,
Kapag tuloy-tuloy ang pag-inom ng BDS Surplus.
Yatot na ning DBS Surplus. DBF Surplus daw. Siya, alas 12. Wala pa na Wala pa na pa yung ano.
Alas 12 na.
Alas 12 na ba?
Sunday morning, up in the line. I think I'll take a walk in the bar. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. I've got someone waiting for me. When I see her, I know that she say, hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. Hi, 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 a beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you say that you love me. Oh, my, it's a beautiful day. Let's not see it, you were my son. Let's take a car and go for a ride. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. We'll drive on and follow the sun and make it Sunday going up. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. Come on. Hi, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you say that you love me. Whoa, my, it's a beautiful day. Hi, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you say that you love me. Oh, my, it's a beautiful day. Hi, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you say that you love me. Oh, my, it's a beautiful day.
Woo! Managyod ang disco niya na ni Busy.
Uy, okay na ka.
Ay, okay na. Surrender.
Sayo.
Sayo manggod dere. Gulo saan mong orasahan nga
Madam
alas.
MBTV, shall we? Good afternoon. Madam MBTV channel. Kapa.
Sago kayo si Mamelo.
Basta kayo ko friend, my gosh.
Alas 12 na. Alas 12 mo nagikan tog kalibunan ba na may
Oo, di ba? Kalimutan tag bukid. Bukid ba yan yung lugar dali ha? Ako sa buntod, so.
Gipaningot gilagas og iro singan.
Mura siya ko dili ay char. Maalam niya.
O diba? Pinagpawisan talaga si friend.
Nagpawisan na maraming singot.
True lala. Oo, diba?
Di ba di
Kasaba ron friend kay ano magkusa sa hataw. Sama mo ko nga rin. Yun ako dili nag-exercise ko han basta char. Tama mo dito sa master bedroom na mo ang jacuzzi, Gibbs. So,
Okay kayo.
ay, di ko.
Ingat yun na human og paningot musalom Diyos jacuzzi do di ba if no?
Tapos uban na po din sa lumon. Ay, kagilong.
Hindi niya, pinag-diet na ko. Oy, grabe ka ka,
Uy,
friend.
wala BTV saka ko diri ay kanta good be. Nindot sa tingog.
MBTV. Uy, MBTV. Nag-diet daw si Kuan, si Ma'am L daw. Wad ba lang gud ganang sanay taktak kilaw og asin gamay.
Yawa.
Halika dito makuha. Uy, si Madam MBTV may naanay siya tingog ang pinakurog as in.
Sige, sige, pasasaan.
Uy, kailangan kay si DBF basta pinakurog yun.
Uy, kagilong.
Ito lagi yan sa'yo, Gibbs. Lamig kayo to. Lamig yung may pakurog si Sen sa iyang tubig.
Ay, Diyos ko. Oo, wala.
Sila, friend.
Para siya sa tawag ano.
Kanta lang. Uy, kanto mo ba na kung ikanta ba, Gibbs? Kantahan to, Gibbs.
Asa man?
Si mong manay, God. Basta lagi na ako, oy.
Mura mag nagzumba si.
Nagsumba, inani ko mag-cardio ka nang sa Monday na ako, Gibbs, na Disco Live with Sharon May from Netherlands. Inani ko sa
Mamang ko na magtrabaho sa una.
Para.
Nag-book ko nila para Monday. Ina lagi na ako sa Gibbs. Sabi ka Monday ha. Saan ako? Hello, MTV. Isa na ko
Monday.
mag-record ako.
Your words. Unsa?
Lisa na kong short na headset kay di anak ni ko. Lingkod na ko ha. Basta, kuan man God. O musayaw ko katong taas na chord mo ako gisuot kay maabot na ka dito.
Pila to ka meters, friend? 5?
Maabot na dito sa hagdan, friends.
1 kilometer to the AIF.
Maabot dito sa hagdan. Likod aning backdrop ng grain. Maabot
More
siya.
5 meters dito siya ba?
Oo, come with the regulator sa akong mic.
Ay, kauban?
Oo, set siya.
Alam mo, palit na yung ko anak, marag mag-singer na ko.
Singer niya ako yung dancer. Achar, kagito.
Singer naman ka DBIF.
Ginoo ko Diyos, ayaw yung pag himo-himo nag-istorya Diyos kayo. Diyos na kuwan. Namula-mula na ang imong face ko. Oo, anak niya na siya. Kay Misty Sabay na siya. Misty Bisaya na siya, Madam MBTV. Taga Cebu.
Hindi pala Bisaya si MBTV.
Bisaya, taga Davao mo na siya.
Tagalog dia DBIF kay Bisaya man eh.
Uy, labi kayong gipayog-yog ni Gibbs na ako. Iya yung i-folpe ang iyang
Negros ka kay Gibbs, no?
Nako sa Cebu.
Karon?
Siya, mo lagi niya ko, friend, nga nakita
ko. Ato dito sa mong shop.
Nasa?
Dito sa campus.
Sa Nusi, Gibbs. Sa Nusi.
Suslay.
Sa Nusi.
Layo sa imo ha?
Nga ako karkar.
Nandito kan ampaw, friend, piyaya.
Uy, ampaw, ganahan ko ng ampaw. Kato ng rice, no?
Sa English, Ma'am Yan, kuan?
Review ko kaya kung
Yung rice recipes.
Rice.
Kay tag mga kakanin sa South do. Kuan lang dila ko gana. Uy, fairness ha. Mato man ko si Mala, pero dili na nako best place nga tambayan ang Talisay kay nako bad memories din.
Agoy.
Di ba, friend? Alam mo, friend niya.
Kagilong.
DBF, marag naagi dito ang katong gugmang na hunlak ni.
Oo.
Himayang na hunlak.
Thankful na lang kay sa lugar na din haman na-discovered ang imuhang kuan. Sama na in Tagalog nag-money.
Pwede, napa man dito ang pharmacy ganing ang Carrasco na nasa bridge sa Manila.
Mao to yung dating tagpuan sa pharmacy. Diyos ko kagilong.
Meeting place.
Nagtrabaho din.
Ito siya nakakita og Moon River.
Ay, nahagod ang Jib yung sa tawag Moonlight over Paris. Charot.
Nagkoy, nag-agibs sa gadaw. Kabawan na, oy.
Kabalo lagi ka ana, murag gikanta man na nimo one time.
Ato lang i-play. Moonlight. Sa to, Moonlight.
Over Paris.
Uy,
Paris.
uy, Gibbs, nindot ni siya kanang kanta ni Garcia nga
Garcia.
kanta. Ikaw ang iibigin ko katangin.
Sige ka na. Kan
Kana kay pag-inom na.
ikaw ang iibigin. Oh, nindot na.
Oh,
Manindot si Jus Garcia.
oh, lami na siya. Lami.
Madam MBTV kay Imelda Papin ang mga kuan nga, mga
Nindot kayo.
Uy,
Apa dyan siya inakurog-kurog. Unahan ka.
Miss, ano, MBTV? Akyat MBTV. Ano, kita naman diri mga Bisaya ko.
Dali, diri tay.
Dali. Kita
Ikaw ang
naman.
Mamkikay na.
Sige, play na ha. Play ng ikaw ang iibigin. Sana all.
Nindot kayo lang eh.
Nara.
Okay. Marag relate match.
Oo. Ikaw yung ibigin ko.
Pinumdum si DBFC ang mga ikaw sa ni.
Sana'y tingin mo ang awit kong ito, awit ng nagmamahal sa'yo, awit na may pag-ibig mula sa aking puso. Ang awit kong ito'y para sa'yo. Langit ng bawat saglit sa piling mo, nagayag ang tunay sa puso ko. Di ka mapapayagan, mawalay ka sa akin. Nais ko'y laging kapiling ka. Ikaw ang tanging kong iniibig, ikaw ang aking mahal, magpakailanman. Dito sa aking puso, wala nang papalit sa isang katulad mo, kahit na magpakailanman. Ikaw ang iibigin ko. Ikaw lamang ang siyang lahat para sa akin. Ikaw lamang ang siyang mamahalin. Ikaw lang ang siyang tanging nagbibigay sa lahat. Ang buhay ko ngayon'y may halaga. Ikaw ang tanging kong iniibig, ikaw ang aking mahal, magpakailanman. Dito sa aking puso, wala nang papalit sa isang katulad mo, kahit na magpakailanman. Ikaw ang iibigin ko. Ikaw ang aking mahal, magpakailanman. Dito sa aking puso, wala nang papalit sa isang katulad mo, kahit na magpakailanman. Ikaw ang iibig Ikaw ang aking mahal, magpakailanman. Dito sa aking puso, wala nang papalit.
Very inspiring. Song.
Nagising ang natutulog na puso ni Bibi.
Ganda. O di ba ang ganda ng song na yan?
Ganda ng song na yan. Ganda yung girl version yan.
Hindi sila nang nanalo.
Hello, Ate Pressy. Biga shout.
Ate Pressy!
Biga Shaok, Biga Shaok, Ate Prissy TV.
Yan, sa Ate Pressy. Ang
Kids bagets. Pareho gyapon sa imong kaningani.
Dili, lahi. Na dito ka sa akong katong sa FB nako.
Oh, FB page mo. Ay, hindi, yung FB page ni friend. Gusto mo?
FB page ni MTV, MBTV.
ang ano ko, ang page ko, iba ang pangalan. Ang layo-layo ng pangalan ng channel.
Daray. Ako ang
Sige, ano kasi i-follow natin. Dali, i-drop mo. Drop your page.
Drop your face.
Okay, you saw.
Ay, screenshot ko lang yan kasi tamad ako. Sorry, James. Ganun lang talaga ako.
My mentor ni Biaya Salad ko.
I miss Ate Pressy. Kumusta na Ate Pressy from Valenzuela City? Yung guys. James, baka may mga nawawala kayo diyang mga pwede niyang i-post sa ni Ate Pressy kasi nagtrabaho yun siya sa isang ano tawag nun? News.
Lost and found?
Sa newspaper, oo.
Sa impound,
Ano yung mga impound na sakyan? mga impound na mga yan, mga something else.
Ano na siya sa kanang mga radio station, yan, news, broadcasting company.
Yeah.
Sila ni
MBC, Manila Broadcasting Company. O, diba? DZRH. Radyo ng Bayan.
Oo, nagtatrabaho. Sila si Annabelle, di ba friend? Si Annabelle?
Oo. Annabelle.
Nita, uy.
People's Journal, ano sila? People's Journal News.
Basta na journal, mauna na.
Basta may people.
Dool ka sa Simala, Gets?
Dool ra.
Kasi maraming salamat sa pakulay.
Siargao. Dool ka layo.
Ay, layo, Siargao.
Lugi, kato na nga tumi Simala, na nga tumi Siargao.
Di man na Siargao. Good lahi ng Siargao. Argao.
Argao.
Oy, nadyo is I, Jud ba? Is I. Kanang ko ba? Akong gi-post niya ka nang pinagpa-picture. May kami upat akong sisters.
Uy, nakita.
Pansya is I. Is I-E-R, G-A-O. Dili siya Siargao.
Ako ang eldest. Akong eldest.
Ilan na? 10? 11? 10.
DCW. People's Monitor Newspaper pala yun. Akala ko People's Journal.
Hoy, friend. Nanapuntaan ni friend.
Oo.
Ini ang inyong lingkod, nagbarog.
Galing ko, nagbarog. Mauna na ron. Bigagak. DZW.
Natin sa TPC dahil sa kuhan sa broadcasting din. No?
Oo. Matagal na siya yan. Ilang years na si Ate Pressy sa sa news.
Manawagan ta diya sa mga nawadan og uyab, palihog.
Wagan.
Kinawag ko sa parking lot, char.
Nawagtangan og mga ref diha nga na misplace, palihog og kuan uli.
Uy, gusto yung bagyo dia sa Pinas, no? Tagal bagyo.
Ate Pressy, kumusta ang Valenzuela as well?
Uy, excuse me, kuan, di ba ug Ma'am El mo kuan musibat to kay mamalit sa mesa kuan merkado og para mangchibog. Ha?
Sana,
Sige, salamat. Ay, see you sa Monday ha. Monday
Gibbs,
that
thank you
is.
so much, Gibbs, ha, sa paunlak.
Way sakayan. Way sakayan, di ba?
Oo, barko man siya. Walang sakayan.
Ay, salamat sa payong
Guys,
Gibbs.
thank you sa lahat dyan sa baba, sa Ate Prizzy, Raf Joes, MBTV. Sa lahat dyan.
Ayan. Ananin, maraming
Iwan
thank
ko na
you.
kayo sa inyong mga nagagandahang host at saka hostess. Host at saka co-host.
Thank you so much, Gibbs. See you Monday, okay?
Buyers, God
Proud
bless.
reporter of DWDD EFE Radio, but now din na stick ako sa news. Okay. Mabuti pa sa Ate President Bob. Very talaga si Ate President. Hanggang ngayon Ate President, no, ano ka pa rin sa sa kay private sector kay, di ba? Ay, dati kasi People's Television, di ba?
Hala, friend, na-notice na ko, friend. Diba ang kulay? Uy, nagkuhan ka, no?
Ay, Diyos ko.
Ay, dadaan pa dyan ko. Something dyan ba? Something change. Ay,
Tapos,
oy,
friend,
rap.
bakit na kalbo na kay summer na din rin, no?
Dili, ayaw mo kalbo, friend. Ana rin siya.
Kaya kung ulo, friend, dili siya lingin. Mura siya, karang giuntog-untog ba?
Blessy.
Sila ako nag-plancha.
Hmm?
Blessy Jane Manalo. Mimi! Yes, sakit niya dito. Ano na?
Uy, si Kuan ba? Si Albert. Kita to? Kanang nasa mo?
Magsisi. Si Proud Pinoy.
Facebook lang siya
Yes,
po
Ha?
Yung pag YouTube na ba? Balik na.
Oo nga. Friend, dahil nga 'di ba 30K na yung subscriber niya na dahil nga 'di ba nag-warning dahil ang dami kong dahil. Yung nga niya, yung thumbnail. Nag-warning na sa kanya, hinahayaan kasi niya.
Ano sa thumbnail?
Hindi siya related doon sa video na nasa loob.
Diba?
Anong sinasabi ni Whitey? Yes, Mami Lynn. Kamusta, Mami Lynn? Ayun si Mami Lynn, from Jensen. From Jensen si Mami Lynn. Kasi maganda din boses niya ni Mami Lynn.
Huy, akyat ka mo dali-dali kay ipakyaw na mo ang singing o dancing. Kayo naman dali.
Maganda din siya, friend. Mabait yan si Mami Lynn.
Akyat din Akyat. Ano siya, Tagalog, English?
Bisaya.
Bisaya, very nice. The problem is, friend, we're speaking Bisaya, but Ate Prissy will not able to understand.
Yes, Ate Prissy kasi hindi nakakaintindi ng ng Bisaya.
Sabi na Ate Prissy, no, ba't bang nagyak-yak na nga rin? Hindi ko kayo naintindi. Ate Prissy.
Oo, nagyak-yak tayo ng tapos
Ate Prissy, akyat here. Sige na,
busy daw siya. Palagi naman yung busy si Madam MBTV. Alam mo yung mga niya, friend, mga kanta niya, Emilda Papin. Magaling siya Alam mo yung voice niya.
May mga kanta si Emilda Papin na gusto ko.
True.
Nire-request nila para din akong correct. Kanta-kanta na kami ng Papin. Char! Pag nag-live ako, sabi ko, wala akong listahan dito. Request kayo. Sila yan, sila Miss Philly. Request nila ni Emilda Papin.
Updated ko sa lahat ng natingga talaga yung yung FB page ko. Kasi nga, friend, 'di ba yung isa kong 'di ba yung original account ko kasi restricted yun dahil hindi ko na-update nung 2019. Tapos nag-notif sa akin kailan lang. Wala na.
Natatawa ko sa sarili ko.
Ay, Ate Pressy. Very
alam mo, friends, si Ate Prissy nag-concert na to sa live niya ngayon. Lagi na si Ate Prissy nga nandito kumakanta. Minsan, Ate Prissy request. Sige. Listen to. Ate Prissy.
Parang gusto ko na sa Ate Prissy parang
bumili talaga sa Ate Prissy ng machine, no? Pag-karaoke na talaga yung live. Pag malakasan na talaga yung Ate Prissy, di ba?
Wala na talaga. Di ba may nanalo na talaga? At least.
Karaoke.
Hindi lang natin ang life natin, hindi natin alam, 'di ba? Kailan lang tayo sa mundo, wala na pala. 'Di ba?
Uy, ako hindi ko alam, friend, yung page ko, friend, matagal na pala siya na-reach yung 60 kasi 70 plus na siya. Yung watch hours. Di mo na ko alam yan noon. Hindi ko alam yan noon. Kung saan
at least ngayon na-apply mo na, 'di ba lahat na may ads ka naman na.
I-apply, friend, lagi ko siyang ginagamit sa shooter blast ko. I-sample ko siya ba? I-sample ko yung tatlo na puno na siya, naka-blow na. Lagi ko siyang pinupost yan kung whoever needs to reach the monetization of your page. This is what you need. 60 key,
Sabagay, pang ano talaga mo, kitang kabuhayan.
I-apply, friend. I-keep mo lang siya dyan. Kung minsan, ipakita ko dito, yan guys.
Oo nga,
Kasi
depressing, no? Enjoy happiness lang talaga, depressing.
Oo.
Hindi natin alam talaga yung ano, di ba?
Correct.
Huwag
Oh, I
kailangan.
like it, friend. Naka-workout yun ko. Sige.
Oo. Sige, kung ako ibikan sa Sunday, kay di off man ani mo no, sa gabi no. Sa mga orasa.
Di, of course. Bago na ba akong schedule at sa'yo na ba ako ma-off, ha?
Sa schedule mo.
7 to 3:30 lang ko.
Count me in. Ay! Oh, ala, count me in talaga ang ano niya doon sa FB. Count me in.
Yes, yes. Oo. Alam mo, ang ganda mag-fishing sa ito ang magla-live ng mga malalaking bahay, no? Ang ganda ng yung punta na marami talaga, maraming pupunta talaga si Mes 72. Ang daming pumunta doon. Alam mo, nagdikit ako doon siguro mga 1K ang bumalik sa akin 2K. Ang daming nag-follow back sa akin. So, nung kahapon ba yun, na nag-live yun si JJ, na sinishare ko dito, nandun si Miss Grace din, na binibigyan ako ng ganun, nalubat na ako, namatay ako. Ako kaakyat. So, hindi ako nakaakyat. Ang ganda kasi yung mga pumupunta doon, friend, mag-follow sa'yo, tapos yung mga followers na umakyat, grabe, friend, ang dami. Oo, kasi naka-bro, lagi pang follow ko sila lahat. Pak!
Mabuti ka na limit. Hindi ka na limit.
Kahapon, nag-comment ako, nireplyan ko yung mga comment. Alam ko, bakit ayaw na mag sa screen yung comment ko? You're restricted too much activity for 1 hour. Oo, na-restrict ako for 1 hour. Pinost ko siya. Hala, sorry, di ko kayo ma-replyan lahat. Kasi ang dami ko replyan. May limit sila, friend, sa mga pag-reply mo sa mga message. Pero kailangan mo kasi ang engagement dahil pag wala kang engagement,
engagement kasi sa the best ang engagement talaga.
Ang engagement ko, ang reach ko, lahat sila green. O, diba? Ang ganda.
Kaso, dyan sa FB kasi, friend, pag hindi ka parang araw-araw kasi trabahuin mo, hi Ray! Pag kasi, pag hindi mo na trabaho naman siya, friend, wala, magkulay red talaga. Mag-drop talaga.
Ang maganda lang talaga, mag-live ka lang hayaan mo lang siya, mag-live ka, chika-chika ka lang, kasi parang ang bilis lang ng 1 hour, friend. Tapos magpaakyat ka,
kaya nasabi nga ganyan, may ako sa review no, mas maganda daw yung kumbaga, mag-live ka ng tawag nun, ng 2 hours, good for 120. Na yan, or kaya 1 hour, parang ganyan ang sinasabi niya na mas maganda pa kaysa real.
Ano yan, Rap? Yung mga nag-follow sa yung Rap, yung bang maki-engage ka, Rap, yung bang nag-comment sa'yo, comment ka rin para mag-back and forth kayo para
o vice versa.
Oo, kayo para mag-usap kayong dalawa. Later on, 1 hour later, tingnan mo doon yung engagement mo. Diba malakas ang tama, no? Green na green yan. Yan ang kasi dati hindi ko maintindihan yun yung reach, yung engage, kasi 4 din sila 1, 2, 3, 4. Ano ba yan sila? Ba't may green, may pula? Hindi ko na-gets.
Tapos nagtatanong si Madam Lourdes, nagtatanong sa akin, manager, paano anong gagawin ko dito? Hindi ko alam. Alam mo naman hindi ko gamay ang Facebook, di ba? Compare dito. Tanungin mo ako regarding sa YouTube, it's okay. Pero pag sa Facebook, hindi ko kasi yan, hindi ko nasubaybayan ang Facebook.
At saka, it's not bawal yung mga stickers. Hindi bawal yung stickers.
Miss Elco, so kaayo ko mo reply sa mga comment. Diba?
At saka,
one day, malalaman na lang natin na what is this? A million yung mga views different.
Pag may mga mag-live, tapos makipag-chat sa'yo dyan sa chat box, magtagal siya, patagalin mo sila ng mga 10 minutes, kausap niya para yung engage ninyong dalawa, mag-add yan doon sa sa views mo.
Akin kasi yung isa kong friend, dahil nga na-restrict siya, kaya hindi ko talaga siya ma-open. Kaya nawalan ako ng gana sa
Bakit ganun, friend? Sa akin, na-restrict ko, 1 hour lang ito.
Hindi, ano siya, kasi nga 'di ba yung email ko kasi iba yung ginamit ko noon. Kasi 'di ba matagal na yung FB ko, yung personal ko. Tapos yung ano kasi 'di ba, inano ko na lang siya doon kung ginawa. Tapos ngayon ang ginawa ko yung isa na panibago.
Ate Presi, ang saya Ate Presi. Ako nanonood kasi ako sa tutorial. Tapos after ko nanonood sa tutorial, punta ako sa Meta Creator, Meta Support. Nandun yung mga bawal, sabi doon na ito ang bawal. This is what you need to do. These are the no-nos, yung mga bawal mo sa kwento doon. Kaysa you go with the telltale lang.
Sabi niya, Ate Press, whitey na lang ako, yung makita ko lang si Miss L sa Reels, maligaya na ako. Ay! Oo, kasi Ate Press, I remember talaga nung una-una mong live streaming na naiwan talaga kami. No? Alam mo, memories ko sa amin, Ate Pressy. Oo.
Ate Presi, ito na naman kami dati. Bakit lagi tayo mag-compare? Kung saan tayo pupunta, lagi tayo nag-compare.
Una kay Daniel. Si Daniel din nag-post kay Ate Pressy. O, iniwan din kami ni Daniel na naiwanan din kami sa area ng Diyos ko, oras. Nawala yung
Lagi na lang tayo. Oo, di ba? Ang saya. Ang ganda na.
kay Ate Pressy, memory din natin kayo Ate Pressy. Kanino pa bang live tayo na naiwan? Ay, si Noy Tips na hindi ko makalimutan na iniwan mo sa
Oo. Pero hanggang ngayon, hindi ko makalimutan yun. Hinahanap ko kaya yung live stream na yun. Naririnig ko, Miss El, balik.
Nakakamiss yung mga ganyang mga memories. Kaya alam mo ba, Ate Pressy, si Noy Tips, never na talaga niya aakyat sa live niya kasi iiwanan niya.
Iba na kasi pinapalitan since noon, pinapalitan na ang internet sabay. At saka ngayon, hindi na ako gumamit sa internet. Mayroon na sariling internet ang YouTube.
O, diba? Bumili talaga siya ng sarili niyang internet at para
Kasi,
lang hindi mawala yung
Oo, ayoko yun yung kasi kailangan ng powerful internet yung mga games nila.
Oo, kasi mabigat kasi yung nilalaro nila no.
Mabigat, lalo na itong babae ko, ang mga ka-games niya, China.
Hindi na siya nagstay doon sa Nag-uwi
Ayoko na siya gumaling doon kasi ayoko yung kwarto niya walang tao. Sabi ko, dito ka mag-stay, wala kang rent.
Saan siya nag-work?
Dito pa rin, dito lang sa tao namin. Malapit.
May magkalapit lang.
Kasi mas gusto ko yung malapit na kahit na, sabi ko, kahit hindi tayo mag-usap dahil iba-ibang oras trabaho na, basta alam ko nandito tayo lahat sa bahay.
True, o 'di ba? Talaga Asian, talaga yung inaano mo, 'di ba? Family.
Oo. Sabi na nga nila, kung mamatay ako, dito lang sila. Dapat dito lang sila. Na. Ako lang.
Laki-laki ng bahay niyo, Diyos ko dulo.
Ayoko tumira dito, no. Kung walang ko. Paano na lang? Dito ako sa dalawang iro. Walang tao sa taas.
Nag-graduate na pala. Mag-college na yung yung lalaki mo?
College na siya.
Oh.
Kaya nga nagka-phobia. Oo, si Ate Presi. Anong ginagamit mo mag-live? Nagla-live si Ate Presi, friend.
Direct.
Ha?
Direct siya.
Direct?
Direct yan si Ate Presi.
Friend, hangtod ka rin, di ka po kakuha ng direct, friend. Sabi na lang, friend.
Paampon niya tayo Ate Presi, oo. Namunga ng apple mo?
May daghan na kay putot. Daghan na yung mga maliliit. Ganon na siya. Pero hindi pa siya right.
Yung naabang ko na nag-live ko dito ba nakita ko si Ace.
Gusto niya, friend. Ang hilig-hilig ni Ace kumain ng punta pag naghang na yan ng brunch ng apple. Kain siya ng kain tapos kagabi utot siya ng utot. Amoy apple. Asim ang amoy ng...
Pang digest niya yun. O din siya, nag-diet din siya.
Oo, sobrang hilig siya kumain ng apple.
Ang ganda ni Ace, kasi nga si Ace, di ba? Kahit aso siya, alam niya na pupunta doon, pagkasama mo siya, kukuha lang siya.
Excited siya. Sabi ko, let's go get apple. Ako pa, sumunod sa kanya. Mauna pa siya.
Kasi nung nagpunta ka doon, walang bunga na, tapos tinitingnan talaga niyan. Alam mo, nakakaano yung aso, parang nakakatas yung aso.
Para siyang tao, friend.
True.
Tingin naman siya, wala man bunga, ma'am. Oy, there's nothing there. Go get it. Ganun talaga siya, look. Hinahanap yung
Di ba
puto.
dalawa, ano yun, kulay green at saka red, yung
Oo.
apple?
Yung green is the honey crest. Ang pula kay Red Delicious. Yung Red Delicious sobrang tamis. Para siyang sugar. Ang pula.
Diba? At least hindi na kayo hindi na kayo bibili. Si Ace kung gusto ng apple, nandun na lang, kukuha na lang siya sa puno. Punta tayo dyan, pitas tayo apple, tapos tahulan tayo ni Ace. True, oo. Ang ganda ng bulaklak mo, friend, yung pagbaba mo papunta dun sa sa kalsada, no?
Oo, dito. Dito sa driveway.
Sige, bossing rap gels. Oo.
May
Wala
naman.
kasi silang internet, friend, dahil sa nag-data lang sila dahil sa binagyo nga sila.
Oo nga. Marami pang mga doon sa hangin.
Super. Diba? Very, very ang epekto sa Pilipinas. Pero hindi na kasi natin ma-blame. You know why is tropical country kasi ang Pilipinas din. Harap talaga siya ng Pacific Ocean.
Buti nga sila nakapag-live pa.
True. Very supportive yung mag-asawang yan. Ay, ewan na nga ba.
Tawa ko sa Facebook. Hinay ko si Raf to Nagkatalikod doon. Saya siya.
Tawa ko ng tawa. Sabi ko, gano'ng kalukuhan na naman ito ni Sisi Ann. Awas din ako ng tawa ng yung lato-lato ni Sisi Ann na yung buko. Diyos ko, day. Lato-lato version. Ang lato-lato niya, yung version ng lato-lato ni Sisi. Diyos ko. Mawindang ako sa kakatawa.
Dalawang channel na inasikaso niya, Ate Prissy?
Hindi ko alam kung dalawa.
Wala na. Meron siyang
Baka lang, baka naman. Napanood ko yung pinaputol mo is Miss L yung mga puno at damo kasi takot ka sa oh yeah, I remember that also, Ate Pressy. Sa yun nila, malapit din yung sa fish pond, di ba, friend?
Oo. At saka inis ako, pinalagyan niya ng fence doon kasi yun na nga, ang mga deer pumasok, mag-jump pa rin sila pumunta dito sa property.
Ay, hanggang ngayon?
Oo. Ano ba yung friend? Sabi ko nga itong mga kambing na to, yung mga deer, sabi itong mga kambing na to, ang haba ng buhay, tumatalon sila sa fence.
Ay, mabuti yung fence niya is walang kuryente. Kasi parang bawal.
Walang kuryente. Dati, it was, yung wire na fence, may kahoy tapos wire. Ngayon, kahoy na siya tapos i-paint niya ng brown na matching sa bahay.
Diba? Yes, yung kay Kuya Ramon.
Pang support.
Okay.
Okay.
True. Nakakamiss din sila, Ate Press. Sino pa ba? Sila Julio Asi, no? Yang Loretta.
Si Miss Luz. Si Miss Luz, nakikita ko nagsishare. Ganun.
Very supportive naman si Luz.
Lagi siya nagsishare.
Kung may mga live streaming talaga, makikita mo maya-maya, nandun na sa FB
Oo. Lagi very
wala kang maitago kay Luz kung bakit
siya nagsishare.
Share talaga yun yung mga live streaming. Very, very
Pag may mga premiere, nandun na.
Sino pa ba? Yan, sila Glory. Nakakamiss din
yung last na nagpag-game, hindi ko pa na-send yung mga prices nila yung nagpag-game ko, nandito yung mga San Juan.
Oo, bumalik sila. Parang mga Rizal sila, di ba? Mga San Juan. Ayun yung mga ni Ate Pressy, mga anak ni Ate Pressy.
Uy, nasaan na pala si friend? Yung umuwi sa Pinas, yung nagpatulong gawa sa monetization niya.
Sino?
Yung unang uso ng My Day.
Siging Topi?
Dili. Sino ba yun? Yung nagpupunta nga rin ako doon Nung nagpalaro siya, nandun tayong dalawa din. Lagi siya nagparapol. Sino nakalimutan ko pangalan niya? Na My Day din.
I can't remember. Babae?
Lalaki. Na para siyang sa amin niya.
Sino, friend? Taga saan?
Ay, sa kay Ate Pris. Taga, galing siya dyan, friend. Umuwi na sa Pinas.
Si Migro?
Dili. Na lagi nga sila nagpunta doon si Ate Prissy. Oh, sila si Julio. Saan man pangalan na ito niya? Na nagpupunta din siya sa
Ronelo
mga...
Licaspi?
Dili. Si Sheila man to, si Ronilo. Nagpunta siya sa imo na ikaw nga gumawa ng membership pa niya yun. Naduga, matagal din siya naghintay sa papers niya. No, it's not Ronelo, it's not Sheila Ligaspi, no. Siya lang mag-isa, ang pamilya niya nasa Pinas. Nandiyan siya, matagal siya magtrabaho dyan sa Saudi.
Si Aldo?
Hindi. Na everyday siya nagla-live, na nagparapol siya everyday. Na lagi sila nandun si Julio, sila Ate Prissy nagpupunta. Kasama nila sa Maidi.
Ano, si Ate Prissy ang may jurisdiction dyan. Wala akong ano.
Si Anton! Sus, ginoo ko siya. Di ba lagi siya nagparapol nun? Asa na siya ngayon, friend? Hindi na bumalik. Hindi siya makabalik.
Hindi na. Ano yun, friend? Hindi na kasi yun makabalik ng Saudi kung bakit. Repat yun eh. Deportation yun eh. Pag deportation kasi ka dito is hindi siya pwedeng bumalik. Lifetime na yun.
Oh, I see. Ganun pala. Kumusta na siya kaya, no? So, nagstay na siya doon sa Pinas?
Nagstay na siya sa Pinas. Okay lang yun, malaki naman bahay niya. Kaso nga lang, yung source of income nila din, yung anak kasi niya sa college. Nagmamadali kasi si Anton. Dapat kasi kung hindi siya nagmamadali, nag-antay siya sana ng Saudi na magkakaroon ng parang year na rin eh. Bago lang kasi nagkaroon ng Saudi ng parang pribilehiyo na lahat ng mga tumakas o yung mga hindi na under ng kapil is pwede na siyang ikapil with na kasi parang paano ng government ng Saudi that time. Siya kasi is nagmamadali kasi gusto na rin yung umuwi dahil nga yung amo niya. Mas maganda. Much better Ate Pressy kasi binebenta niya yung lupa niya sa akin ng 100. Parang 150.
Ay, nagpwesto na ng mga prutas sa San Jose del Monte. Ay, may prutasan dyan na tindahan.
Parang ninakawan nga siya that time, friend ng sa tindahan niya. Very ang mga tao kung bakit. Nung nandito pa kasagsagan niya, kalakasan niya, alam mo mapagsamantala ang mga tao. Nagbibigay siya ng mga pandesal, ganito pa almusal, pero alam mo anong ginawa ng tao? Wala, ninakawan siya. Sa tindahan lang ng tindahan. Oo.
Kaya mga kilala niya na mga
siguro. Kaya alam mo yung tao, kahit papalamunin mo talaga sa palad mo, may mga traidor talaga. Cause of money lang talaga, 'di ba? Hindi nila iniisip yung yung kumbaga, ano bang kahinatnan nito? Masisira yung friendship niyo nang dahil lang sa pera, 'di ba? Very businessman na mas maganda. Businessman na siya. Nag-chat sa akin Ate Pressy kasi nga 'di ba, parang something doon sa niya na hindi ata niya nakuha yung yung PIN number ay yung kasi kailangan sa mag-apply ka ng sa tax natin, friend, wala nga siyang ID.
So, unsay gigamit niya, friend, para sa iyang sweldo sa...
What I mean is, wala siyang hindi siya nakapag-apply ng tax, kaya ang laki ng kaltas.
Wala, hindi mo
nakukuha niya, pero pwede niyang malaki kasi yung kaltas.
Uy,
Sayang.
May nag-spy. Ano to? May
Inispayan siya lang pala. Oo, kumbaga, siya, friend, sinubaybayan lang baga, sinusundan, ganyan. Kaya hindi mo alam yung tao talaga, no? Kahit gaano mo palamunin mo na sila.
Nag-meet na kayo dyan, Ate Pressy? Ni Anton?
Malapit yun sila sa namin, friend.
Si Anton? So, malayo
kung tutuusin, magkalapit-lapit lang din sila ni Ate Pressy. Parang 2 rides. By jeep. By jeep.
At least na, saya na. Sana ba yung mga vloggers ba
magkita-kita, magtito-tito.
Yung ganun ba, tapos sino ba may in charge ba kaya na tapos mag-meet sa isang island?
Hoy, wag ka. Gagawin natin yan sa July. Nanggigigil ako sa iyo.
Oh my God, sure niya ba? Ako sigurado na ba
Langhid na bayak ko.
Okay, mga to mo. Yan ako sa dyan. At uli din kay mga to kita ko pag mga to resort.
Oo. Looy, murag tag-ulan man na, friend. Ginuok ko. Basin
July? Uy, ulan na og init, friend. Pinakasuhay na kong ulian naman ako tig-uli sa una July. One, mag-init ka na.
Hindi pa, sabi niyo papunta dito, malayo din sila, part of Bulacan. Ate Presi, malapit lang yun. Kasi sa Valenzuela ka lang naman. Pupunta ka ng bayan, tapos papunta sa kanila, isang jeep lang din. Galing ng Nova Liches. Yes. Kasi walang ibang way si Ate Presi papunta doon, yun lang. Kaya sasakay siya ng sa Santa Maria, galing siya ng
Nagda-drive ka, Ate Presi? Nagda-drive si Ate Presi?
Hindi.
Hindi.
Si Ate Presi pa, para matakotin din sa Ate Presi. Sa live pa nga lang, hala, ano nang gagawin?
Hindi ko natatakot mag-drive dyan, pero ayaw na pamilya ako mag-drive. Kasi one time ako nag-drive, sabi nila, Diyos ko, sister, patakiin ako ng puso sa iyo.
Hindi, kasi friend, iba yung sa Pilipinas, marami kasing traffic compared din naman sa US, di ba? Na may traffic pa is, rare.
Oo.
Diba? Rare lang yung traffic.
At saka, hindi kami gumamit talaga dito.
Mga blinker.
Blinker lang kami. Doon
Yung mga light na mag-turn ka, Diyos ko.
Doon sa amin, ingay, kadaming busina, sa manubis ba? Ninilaw, isama kayo. Ingay. Ang sabi, dami ako, nag-blinker lang ako, natakot ang sister ko, sabi siya.
Oo, kita mo, sabi natin, Presi, hindi, baka ba, malubak lang pipili na ako. Oo. Lubak ka ng kuan ba, ka ng sa tawag, example na yung mga hams ba, na ay mga kuan nga, rough road, lubak tawag banggot in Tagalog. Oo, titili na mo, syagit na siya, friend.
Ang kinatakutan ko lang, Ate Presi, ahas. Ahas at saka dilim. Wag na wag yung mga ganyan-ganyan, Char.
Takot talaga siya sa dilim, Ate Presi. Oo.
Kaya ang laki ng flashlight ko dito. At saka ang mga gadget ko, kailangan handy yung flashlight. Kaya dami kong stand ilaw.
Sunday, Monday pa rin ang off mo, friend.
Sunday, Monday pa rin siya. Ano na lang ko pang umaga, 7 to 3:30 ako.
Wala ka ng 9. Hindi ba hanggang 9 ka dati? 9 ba yun?
Kuan ko 10 to 7 ako dati. 10 to 7.
Ngayon, 7 na.
Nag-switch kami ng COHOST ko. So siya naman ang panggabi, ako naman pang umaga. Ayaw kasi niyang umaga. Sabi niya, I don't like early morning. It's true, parang ang hirap ihiwalay sa katawan sa bed, no? Na comfy. Kana comfy ka tapos na, okay, I am looking really ang hirap sa umaga, pero once you get going, it's easy na.
Kaya nakikita ko nga, di ba nagla-live ka, ayun na naman si Fred, yung sasakyan niya, bilis-bilis, walang katrapin. Parang ang sarap mag-drive, no? Tapos di mo alam, may mga pulis pala na nag-aabang dun. Holy ka, overspeeding ka.
Oo, sa umaga. Sabi ko, ano yan? Alam ko na kasi yung mga pulis na
nagtatago?
Oo, gumagamit sila ng unmarked, walang mark yung car, pero maraming antina. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, Lord, ang daming antina. Sabi ko, pulis eh.
Oo, indasindot lang ng mga Jolistang para hindi maano. Oo, para hindi patakitan. Uy, magkano din yun? 100 plus, no?
123.
Experience. Paano? Hindi ka
Umaga kaya mag-live ko kasi short lang naman. Pinakamataas na live ko galing sa bahay, 15 minutos.
True. Ang ganda nung yung sa labas niyo ng ng establishment niyo, no?
Oo, grabe po ang renta ng mga balay niya, friend, saka sa village. Ano yung kada isa ka balay, 7K?
Monthly?
Kaya well-maintained yung courtyard, yung
ano yun yung nakapalibot na yun? Ayun yung office niyo yung malaki din. Ang nakapalibot isa yun yung mga houses nila.
Oo, yung mga houses. Ang mahal ng bayan naman. Kaya busy kami everyday kasi yun sila dito. Ang restaurant kasi nandyan sa building. Nandyan talaga sa building. Tawag na lodge.
Doon kakain lahat.
Oo. Kaya nung the other day, nagpa-feeding kami sa public. Nag-feeding, i-welcome namin ang mga public. Doon kami nagpa-event sa labas. Hindi ako nakapag-video, na inis ako sa sobrang busy. Nag-feeding kami ng bratwurst, hotdog at saka
Luxurious naman yung mga ano nyo kasi, yung place nyo, no?
Ha?
Luxurious.
Luxury lodge retirement homes.
Ang gaganda naman.
Uy, dagan nag-hiring karon.
Ano yung kasama yung pati yung sa entrance sa kanila yung sako? Or hindi?
Ako kay na diha nga property friend. Ako ka na inexod
parang mostly din sa inyo ang mga retirement, no? Retirement home, no?
Yeah, retirement town talaga to dito. Retirement, nandito yung mga nursing home, mga rehabilitation, assisted living natin. Nada, kani sila tagalain-lain man sila nga country. Ari na sila sa swim, i-move sila nga rin.
Para lang ano. So, iba-ibang state din, no? Pupunta lang sila doon dahil lang, very
Nandito sila magsimula kami diya, lagi kami busy. Lagi kami busy.
Yung ano nyo, di ba?
Worry kami mo karon kay end of August, yung mga student na trabahante na mo, mahawa na sila kay eskwela na sila college. End of August na mag-hiring, pinakapag sila mapahawa. O 5. So, kuha nga namin ang 5. Mabita nag-post ako sa Facebook. Inan ako mga friends, i-share na, pag-share niyo, pag-share. Kaya ka pala mabait, ako patay sa sisim. Ano daw?
Patay na daw sisiw.
Ano yung sisiw, bitin?
No, katang anak sa manok ba? Piso.
Piso.
Sisiw lang sa kanya. Sisiw. Parang easy kung anuhin yung ano. Sisiw sa kanya. Parang easy.
Friends, si TDE ba ni Uli sa Pinas?
No, nasa Dubai na siya.
So yung mga
Nagkalapit na sila ni kilala mo si yung si Dinsyo sila, yung si Hikaw girl, si Pearly. Magkalapit sila ni Manang Weng.
Patay na ako sa patay.
Magkalapit siya. At ako siya sa patay na sisiw. Ano siya, friend? Magkalapit. Nung lumipat si TDA doon sa Abu Dhabi, ako yung nag-contact kay Manang Weng, kay Friendship. Sabi ko, Friendship, nandiyan na saan dito? Ibigay mo yung number ko, ganito. Ako naman, binigay din naman ni certain dahil mas maganda, friend, mas malaki yung offer. Then, iba siya, coordinator siya dito sa Saudi. Then, ginamit niya, para maging accredited sila, ginamit niya yung karanasan niya dito. Ginamit niya doon yung DC Award. Nakakatulong sa kasi siya, friend, government hospital. Dinala na niya yung family niya doon.
So, nandyan yung family niya ngayon. Di ba, dinalaman din niya yun doon sa Saudi?
Oo, pinabakasyon niya yung niya. Kasi parang ang target kasi niya is Canada, diba? Then, sabi niya gano'n, kung ang sahod niya na gano'n or mga opportunities parehas lang sa Dubai, parang mag-Dubai na lang siya kasi at least malapit makauwi.
Almost magkapareho.
Ilang oras lang din naman. Compare na mag-Canada sila din, yung mga bata baga, diba? Yung asawa niya, nurse din yan. Mamaya pag lumaki na yung mga anak niya, mag-a-apply din yung asawa niya bilang nurse. Kasi nurse yung asawa niya. Magkasama kasi din yan sila dito. Very yung love story nila kasi magkaklase sila sa Pilipinas kasi yung iglesia yun si PBA.
So, dito sila,
Dito rin sila sa Pilipinas din nag-apply, magkasabay sila ng trabaho. Nagkatuluyan sila. Ayun ang kwento yung love story nilang dalawa.
Very nice.
Ang bait-bait din no. Di ko talaga makalalimutan yung ulo-ulo na yan.
Oo. Alala ko yun na nagpunta dito tapos sabi pa ni din yun. Ulo-ulo.
Siya yun. Siya yun yung nagpahula-hula kasi tayo ng Pinoy hindi. Ito sa ulo-ulo. Joker din. Na-miss ko din si Sir Dial. Mabait din kasi yun.
Busy siya, no? Busy siya.
Oo, kasi nagpa-accredited sila ng DC Awards sa DC sila, friend. Yung hospital nila. Since may ano naman siya, may karanasan naman siya na ano, paano mag-accredited. Tapos, ano siya, parang siguro taas na rin ang position niya doon. Kasi hindi yun mag-move. Diyos ko, friend, ang mga gamit nun, binibenta niya, no? Busing ganito, ganun, kailangan ko ng ano. Before ako pupuntang Dubai, may benta mga gamit. Ay, ako naman, friend, todo post naman sa mga Facebook, na ano, ganito, ganun sa mga selling. Ayun, nabenta lahat ng mga gamit niya.
Na-miss ko na din si...
Bear Dial.
Oo, Ate Pressy. Busy na siya. One time nga, nagkaraoke ako, tapos dito si Francis nag-request siya. Sabi ko, parang kilala ko yung nag-request ha. Nag-request siya ng breathless. Sabi ko, oh my God, langga!
Oo. Diba nakakaano din kasi sa certain dial yung mga ano natin. Dahil, Diyos ko, sa atin kaya din yan siya nanggagaling bago ma-reach din niya yung 10K na ano.
Oo. Sabi ko niya, langga, kumusta na? Bongga naman. Ay, na-miss ko na kayo. Kumusta naman si tatawag niya sa imo? Uy,
Boasting.
oo.
Boasting tawag niya sa akin.
Oo.
Diba ng The Word Crossers, ganun din. Boasting din. Tawag niya sa akin. Diyos ko, kaya sila yung mga big boss eh.
Bossing na si ano din, si Albert din. Sabi niya, saan si Bossing? Ikaw ba to Bossing? Kung nilive kita ito nga. Busy si Bossing mo, oy.
Oo. Si Proud Pinoy kasi ang sarap kasama, no? Hindi ka, ano siya, mapadrama, ang kantahan, sayawan, package din, no?
Yeah. Yung challenge, yung hubo niya, nandyan pa din. Katawag ko, oy. Nag-trending yung hubo no?
Very ano din si Proud Pinoy. Nakakamiss din sila, no? Si ano kasi nasa Pilipinas pa si ano si Lacocherong Nars.
Oh, wala na siya kanina.
Oo, si Ate Marian kasi na-busy na siya sa salon-salon. Diba? Very ano din kasi. Oo, nakakamiss talaga ang mga samahan na noon, no? Parang ang saya kasi talaga. Parang ang hirap kalimutan yung mga memories. At least may mga video
Lalo
tayo.
na yung mga lalo na nagpa-event ka, nandun tayo lahat. Nagpa-event ko, nandito sila lahat. Ang saya ba, no?
Oo, magkapalitan na ng pagmumukha. Diba? Very ano.
Naalala mo, Tracy, na Christmas na nagsantahat pa tato. Hindi talaga tayo
Oo, si
nakasaya.
Ate Pressy, game na game sa mga ano natin, no? Mga outfit. O kulay, Ate Pressy, magkulay red. Anong motif? Ay, si Ate Pressy ang the best.
Diba, ang saya.
Magpunta rin tayo ng December ng ganon. Oh. No?
Gawin natin, no? Mag-ano tayo, friend? Christmas event tayo para bang exchange gift, friend. Gawin kaya
True.
natin yan na mga friends ba?
Oh, mga circle of friends natin sa YT din. Dito na lang natin ano, para at least, diba? Good for ano.
Mag-ano tayo, yung pang ginawa ni Miss Bing friend na mag-raffle, kada host kung sinong gusto na sumali sa Christmas event. For example, meron akong i-raffle na 10 or 20 ka.
Yes, para ano sa mga ano, oo.
Tapos sa kanya, sa iyo naman, yung mga ganun ba? So, for example, si Ate Precisin, magbunot siya, ilan ba ang maraffle niya, ganun.
Oo, I remember talaga kay Madam Beng kasi nag-sponsor din naman tayo doon.
Oo. So, pwede natin gawin yan para sa December. Ay, diba? Enjoy
Ay,
lang.
sige. Ako din Ate Pressy, all members ko. And of course, sa ating mga viewers, may makaano.
Uy, tapos friend, mag-entertainment ka, friend. Ate Pressy, ito rin na natin yung dance Christmas.
Ala, kailangan mag-ano tayo yung ano, may
mag-costume na friend ba?
Anong motive natin para at least 'di ba alam na natin yung ano kasi pag mag-order Diyos ko nung ano kasi mag-order ako isang buwan bago darating.
Kasi taga-congrats na daw siya. Di ba? Ang saya, no? Di ba? Ang saya, no? Ng mga pa-event natin before. Dati parang ang dami nating pa-event, no, ha?
Kay
Pa-event,
Dan.
pa-event si classmate, pa-event, ikaw, pa-event si...
Una ka Ay,
Oh,
una
ako,
si Roberto. Tapos ako. Tapos ikaw. Tapos ako. Tapos si Dan.
oo. Tapos,
December, Feb.
oo. January. And then,
January si Sir Bob.
oo. Ito, nagsunod-sunod ba? And then, my May, si
Oh.
February, si Ming.
Yung heart to heart.
Oo.
Tignan Colonel.
Oo, lagi ang saya nun. Si Miss
Oo.
Ming. And then, si Ate
Ito,
Praising.
si Israel.
Yung birthday ni Ate Praising. Diba?
True. Birthday ni Ate President, iniwan tayo sa air eh.
O diba, Ate Praising, mayroon tayong memory talagang saya.
Oo, diba? Sana kayo si sana si Madam Annabel, Ate Presi, parang reunion niya.
Gawin natin yan sa December.
Oo, sige.
August na ngayon. September, October, November, December. Pack. Oh, di ba? Meron pa tayong time na maghanap ng gown char.
Hello.
Maghanap tayo ng Christmas.
Nako, naglagat. Diba? Very yung Diba? Santahat. Mag-order na talaga ako online ng maaga. Kasi friend, wala yan dito, friend eh.
Wala dyan sa inyo?
Walang benta ng ganyan. Kailangan online.
Meron nga ako ka-chat friend. Ito sa taga-India. Pero mukha niya para siyang Arabo. Sabi ko, alam mo, ayoko talaga sa mga Muslim. Kumukha ako Muslim. Sabi niya sa akin, hindi ako Muslim. Indian daw siya. Taga-India siya. Sabi niya, I will cook what you want. And sabi ko, I eat 3 times a day.
Possible kayo sa akin, bihira nang pumunta kasi ang dami niyang program sa DZA. Okay. Kaya pala. Diba nakakamiss din ng mga ganyang
Ang dami natin before, no? Ang dami natin supporters na friend, no? Pag nag-live tayo, kahit tayo lang dito sa screen, no? Ang ingay natin, ang saya.
Tapos babasahin na, ganito.
Ang ingay natin, hindi pa natin minsan mapansin yung mga tao sa baba kay busy tayo sa kakayan.
Chika, tapos ang dami-daming tao. Hindi mo halos mabasa yung mga message. Ngayon kasi is may mga kanya-kanya na. Then, busy na rin. Diba? Alam mo na. Hindi katulad talaga natin. Pandemic talaga. Hala, asahan na kayo si GMJ?
Hala, oo. Uy, friend, nakita ko siya nag-live, one time. Iba ang pangalan ng channel niya.
Oo, kasi friend, hindi na nga siya na-approve. Dahil nga, 'di ba, yung channel nga niya dahil nga 'di ba sa katulad kay Dan. Ay hindi. Yung basta may nakalagay na iba sa channel niya na kaya kahit anong apply niya, nakasampung apply na daw siya, hindi pa rin in-approve.
Hala, 10, dami naman yan. So, na lang siya ng iba.
Nag-ano lang siya ng ibang channel. Malaki na rin yung anak niya. O, 'di ba naki-Merites na tayo?
Uy, alam mo, ang ganda sa live mo, ganyan-ganyanan lang, ganito lang, hindi natin mamalayan ng
Mga segment lang tayo na di ba?
Diba, the president.
At least diba, happy lang tayo. I don't care. Wala naman tayong pakialam sa mga nila, buhay-buhay nila.
Maritisan tayo, okay. Masaya naman ito. Ang saya, talagang ingay ko talaga doon. Before umuwi si GIB'S sa Pinas. Kumakanta siya ng mga disco print, hindi naman ko sa'yo, bad ka talaga, pababawi ka, kailangan mo talaga bumawi sa akin. Kailangan mo bumawi sa akin, din pala, kinautang mo sa akin, sabi niya. Allah.
Luto mo na ng merienda, wapaturo, wala. Hindi nga ako paanohin ng turon-turon na yan.
Hindi na ako nakapagluto niyan.
At saka yung mahani friend, hindi niya naluto.
Oo, hindi na rin ako nakaulit yun. Talaga, yun yung first and last ko. Kasi ako lang kumakain eh. Sabi ko, naku, ako pa naman mismo mag-model-model na yung mga outfit na ako baka na maglugwaan na yung mga bilbil no. Tapos may mga nag-photoshoot nga ako dito, friend. Sabi ko, hindi maganda yan. Kita yung sides ko, bilbil ang taba-taba ng side. Ay, ulit-ulit na naman. Dami. Nagkaparami akong i-caption kada outfit, friend. Pero, ano ko kasi siya, yung may nakaharap, may nakatalikod sa picture. Ganun ko sila. Tapos, mayroong video. Meron siyang front and back. Ako nakatalikod, tapos nakaharap yung, either sa baba ako nilagay yung video. Parang short video lang na pinakita ko lang.
Wala, Ate Presi. Nakakaano naman yung message pa, Ate Presi. O, diba? At least, Ate Presi, lahat ng mga tinuturo namin, ina-apply mo. O ngayon, diba? Tingnan mo naman yung channel mo. Diba? At least kami, tinuturo namin kung ano yung way, paano. Oh, at least narating mo na ganyan yung channel mo. Tingnan mo si friend. Nag-graduate na walang alam. O ngayon, 10K plus na.
10K na lang bahay ko. Hinayaan ko lang yan siya tumakbo niyang mag-isa. Basta magkaraoke.
Dati nangingisda pa, friend. Gala tayo dito, ganun. O, diba? Hinahanap kami ng anak naman si Daniel.
Saan tayo napunta? Lagad kayo. Lakotsira.
Babanan mo, sinong mauna? Una ka ng drop or baba?
Oo, saan tayo napunta?
Oo. Ako ang may pakana, Ate Presi. Punta tayo dito sa channel. Maraming isda. Punta kami, Ate Presi. Akyat kami pa. Alam ng open.
Ano ngayon, friend? Sino yung umakyat dati sa live mo, friend? Si Green Shield, dito na Facebook na rin siya.
O si Green Shield, wala na yung niya, hindi na rin niya na yung YouTube. Pero kung tutuusin, maganda pa rin sana sa YouTube kasi nga, di ba?
Maganda ang YouTube, friend. Tingnan mo, friend. Oy, ang watch hour. Kapatong mo talagang TL ko din ba, oy.
Di ba?
Ang watch hour, friend, ang taas-taas dito sa Facebook, ha? 60K. Kailangan maka 60 watch hour ka. While doon sa YouTube is 4K lang. Ang layo.
Ang pag-quality video talaga nandito, no? Hindi katulad sa
So, YouTube
video. Ang daming marites doon. Diyos ko, yung private life mo, kalkalin.
Ang kasi, ang sa YouTube, madali lang siya ma-reach kasi kailangan mo lang ng 1K sagi, 4K watch hours. At sa Facebook, Diyos ko, ang taas-taas ng tatakbo.
100,000 minutes.
60, friend, no? 60,000
hours ay 60. Oh,
yes,
kasi 100,000 minutes yun eh. Then, ang gagawin at 10,000 subscribers.
Ang dami-dami yung 5K followers ko na. Sa YouTube, 1K lang.
True. Diba?
Pero
Kanya-kanya.
buti na lang
madali kung mag-trending. Kung gusto mo ng buhay na mag-trending, sa Facebook ka. Trending agad. Ang daming marites eh.
Uy, ang iba din, friend, walang views, walang viewers.
Oo, tapos
pero sabi ni Miss, kung hindi ka pa talaga monetize, kailangan mag-live ka kasi mas malakas ang impact ng watch hours doon sa live stream.
True, kasi nga, ang sabi ng ganun, ang 1 hour is equivalent to, yung parang naka-80 reels ka na.
Oo, kaya kailangan talaga, kasi may nag-tutorial na in-strike talaga ni Miss Grace. Sabi niya, hindi maganda yun ang advice yung tutorial mo yan kasi nakadisappoint sa mga bagong creator. Kasi sabi kasi niya, kailangan pag mag-live kayo, may laman yung live niyo. Dahil pag walang laman, wag na lang kayo mag-live. Sabi niya,
naalala ko, DBI, kumakain pa din. Walang paki si Sir Robert. Oh, totoo. Kami ni friend. Diba, Ate Presi? Nung baguhan talaga kami, Ate Presi, ang gawain namin.
Wala tayong mag-mukbang. Pag-workout, nag-dancing kami, Ate Presi. Mamaya, anong magpingka na.
Ate Presi, I remember talaga yung mga words na yun. Kasi si friend, dancing tayo. Sayaw naman kami. Sayaw kung tayo pawis. Mamaya, anong ginawa? Kumuha ng pagkain. Ako libre sa pagkain. Mukbang sa live. Pagkatapos, kwentuhan konti, tulog.
Tapos yung si classmate, marami yung rason. Yung si Roberto, gano'n din siya eh. Bukas na lang classmate, uy, sige na ba? Ako, hindi na pa, manayaw ta. Ako yung
Oo.
rason.
Ay, hindi
Sige
natin
naman.
mapaano si Dan lang talaga, no? Kasi si Dan. Kasi iba talaga yung oras
Ang
ni Dan.
saya. Ang saya na ang memory natin, ba?
True. At
May
least,
pag-usapan.
diba? Oy, 2020, 21, 22, 3 years na tayong counting ng pagka-friendship sa buhay ng
Oh,
YT.
si Miss Bing, kaka-mention lang din, friend, the other day dito siya sa live, sabi niya, ang iba daw mga grupo, kalat-kalat na. Pero tayo pa yung mga grupo dito, so strong supporters pa rin tayo.
Yes. At least, diba? Sila nabuwag-buwag na bago pa lang sila tayo. Pak! Strong.
Nagkalat, wala na. Nagkaan. Nandun, nag-live siyang, nandun kami, si Miss Bing, ako si Dan. Nag-live si Dan, nandun na rin kami siyang. Ikay, saan talaga tayo niya? Si Madam Bungka naman si Miss Bing. Nandito, nandun na naman kami.
Hindi talaga ako nakapagkano masyado. Nakakamiss talaga ng mga ganyan. Pero that's a part of our memory na nga lang. Kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng ibalik talaga. Kasi nga, di ba? During pandemic talaga, ang dami nating mga tawag ang oras, malaki yung oras natin. Si Daniel nga, pina-LBC ko pa ng gulay at naalala ko binigyan ni Ate Presi ng saging.
Ang pandemic, oo.
Malapit
Malapit lang ba? Malapit kayo, Ate Presi, ni Dan?
Oo, friend. Magkalapit lang. Isang sakay lang yan sila.
Malapit lang pala. Maganda.
True. Naalala ko yung sabi niyang ganun, anong address mo? Pa-LBC kita ng mga gulay. O very si Ate Presi.
Ganda naman, fresh.
Okay, gulay na LBC. Diyos ko.
Fresh yung mga gulay pa, di ba? Ang ganda.
Diba?
Maraming mga fun memory before, Maraming mga fun memory.
Sa ngayon, parang hindi na, sa bagay yung mga natin na hindi, ang ginawa kasi nila nung hindi sila parang humina ang YouTube, lumakas ang Facebook, doon na sila. Kasi maghahanap na nila ng mga...
Ang dami na magla-live ngayon sa Facebook, pero in fairness, ngayon, lagi ako nagla-live sa Facebook, hindi talaga ako marunong magpakyat.
Bakit?
Hindi ako marunong, friend. I-click ko yung, sabi niya, yung dalawang tao daw, i-click ko yan. Panay sabi, add, invite, at kakapoy, ay, huwag yung makasaka kong live. Pero ako makasaka ko kang yang, makasaka ko kang Dan. Pero ako mag-live, sila kasaka, hindi ko kamao.
Di ba may tao doon naka-drawing?
Oo nga, dalawang tao.
Oo.
I-click ko yan, sabi nila, nag-live ako, nandun si President. Pinduta lang, na duha ka tao. Asa malagi ng tao, kapoy, tao doon. Na ay duha ka tao, ako na nagipindot. Asa man mo gudoy mo ata dito ini-click na ko adding. Unsa man ang adding? I-add na mo.
I-add mo sa screen, parang ganito.
Click na ko adding na gyapon. Niya balik ko sa invite. Uy, gimura na yun si Banji. Ay, si Banji usab ko si Banji na si Banji. Napuntaan ni na sige lang tanig adog invite wag maabot sa screen. Well, magalaw na sa siya mo na chat.
Pwede sa Pilipinas na si Vance.
Ito sa UK.
Uwi sila ng this coming July.
Oo.
Hello.
Big deal ba yan? Big deal
Alam
na
mo,
sa...
makaulaw man, oy.
Uy, dili dili. Kaya katukan yung invite ako si classmate kanina, ag-reserve ba dito siya og room. Yan na ba akong other sister kanya, kay kuan man to, kanang kadlawon mo niya ito manggikan. Kuan ba ito na ko siya parang baya o slack baya ito sa gikuhaan sa...
Parang makaulaw man, friend.
Dili. Uy, ikaw pa nga nakailan na sila nimo. Nanang gayud ka tong pagkuha mo sa mga gown dito sa Lady Jane. Ana din kami man sa Manila Boy di siya nga. Apil na iso na nadatanan sa kanang mga gown sa encourage ang kang classmate. Classmate ba si tawag nila akong classmate friend? Ako pamili. Ako mga pagkamangkod katong nga tubig burger, paano na nandiyan si attorney ay. Mami, orderin ko kag classmate og katong chicken burger na spicy. Sige, classmate, order akong pumangkin si attorney og chicken spicy. Ato bitaw 20, pila ka mo kasi 30 ka burger. Ala, makyaw mo.
Lagi.
Spicy chicken burger.
Bestseller yun.
Uy, katong na time, friend. I-reserve na dito kay katong exclusive ba yato 4 days ang resort ha para na dito sa mga guests sa wedding. Close ba yan dito for 4 days. Unya, kuan na ang mga room, kanang room anan, kanang classmate og si Noah. Sila man datong duha. Nya naa dito sila sa second floor nya kami diri sa poste. Ang iban kay daghan dito pa nang nanguli dito pa ni taga Seattle o kanang sa side sa babae.
Wow.
Pamilya niya taga South. Uy, silingan man ang classmate ang side nila ni Hay sa babae.
Ay, di ba? Pero ano, sabagay ba data sa FB? Diba? Okay na yun, kahit pa paano.
Bawal na kape. Taga South ang lahi ni sa babae. Ko hala, South di ay char. Okay. Iwan ko lang pag South ang pag-usapan, friend. Iba talagang templa. Pero ay, nung nag-uwi kami doon, na isang high-is kami, say text ginoo classmate asa magyud tindahan nimo no.
Pero no, maganda na no kasi accessible na may mga series na no, may mga baskets na going na doon.
Kami kasi sarili naming service ang kami. Yung high is na 17 ba yung laman ng tao?
Seaters, parang 18 kasi dalawa sa front.
Oo. Parang 18. Yun ang ginamit namin kasi itong dami talaga namin. Pero nagpunta kami sa Simala and then on the way back, doon na kami. Text na ko kalas. Daan kami dyan sa tindahan mo. Yun na yung first time ko siya nakita.
Oo.
Kami ni Banji.
Nagala-gala sabi ko ganun, itong dalawang to, nagkakagigil talaga.
First time ko siya na-meet doon sa tindahan niya sa Talisay.
Kayo naman ang nagkita kami, di ba? Always naman kami nagkikita rito.
First time na mo kita dito. Ikaduhan mo ko ang dito sa SM.
Nanambok talaga siya, no? Tapos nag-mature.
Tambog na kayo siya karon. Unya, sinuwa. Tambog kayo sinuwa. Wala ko, ginawa. Kalingin na lang ginawa. Boyfriend, hindi wala pa na friend kayo. Kasi madiabetic ko niya.
Ang mga anak, Diyos ko. Ang mga inaanak nato.
Syempre. Yun kayo syempre sa iyang shoes kapag gidala na ko kayo ilaw-ilaw ba?
Wala oy katulog na friend oy it's ano na ba yo 1:30 na. You have a work at sige na oy mag-i-end na rin ako para matulog ka na.
Mag-in ka?
Okay na yan. Naka-ano na ako 3 hours na ako mahigit.
Ay, i-play na to sa insomnia rin ka nang siya ako yata dito ganina.
Ay, oo nga. Ikaw na mag-play.
Okay, naaraman ni Dere.
Oo, wala kita.
Uy, naara din ni friend, no? Naara din sa tanawa mo, naara din sunod sa mga, dito sa mga music, nasa first one.
Sige.
Sa mga music. Nara, number 1 siya. O, play na na to. Mag-ina ka?
Sige.
Here we go. Ate Percy, nagutom na sa Ate Percy.
Ate Percy, mag-i-end na rin kami mamaya-maya. Mag-play lang kami. Kasi may pasok din ako.
Ang live na ako, kapag live na ako si ano. Uy, friend, ang imong kuan ba? Sharing ba tanan? Atong last na kong live nimo?
Minunod ko.
Ang ganyan, di mo tanan. Kaya ko, mga chorus man siya kuan, chorus sharing, katong 4 hours, kan last na akong itanaw, sharing ka na. Ano din, kang sharing me. Ako gutom na.
Thank you, Estes, is Annalyn, Bossing Rap Gels. Maraming salamat. And of course, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Perno. Hindi ka na kong libab to, kada live na ko doon. Uy, nasa ko yung secret na mo. Ito naman ko din naman.
Sabi mo, agi mo sa ibang Facebook.
Ikaw lagi ka na ako, kanang after ko mag-live ba? Uy, nasa Perno rin. Ay!
Thank you so much. Pala ko, inawa naman ako dito mag-asawang ko. Walang friends o something.
Sina, friend, wala na dyan kayo yung kuan si Barbie. Thank you, Miss Anna. Thank you. Salamat sa inyo. Magkambay sa live. Kada 4
Sige, kay mulaag na ko tayo sa Friday sa Sunday pag mag-live ka.
Oo, sige. Ay, maglalaro tayo.
Kung oras yung live, nag-set ka? Nag-set
Miss
ka?
Live na, Miss ko. Nag-book ako kay, ako pa
Mulaag.
Oo. Pinakita na kuya ako kuya kasi sa CBIF. Nabalik naman siya.
Okay.
Tingnan doon ako siya nga. Kapag kaning mga kanta ni GIB'S, o ano ko mga reggae, no? Mga 80s, tingnan ako siya. Ako. So Monday, ano makaan? Hey, ako may sinabalik.
Thank you sa inyo. Bye-bye, friend.
Bye, friend. Thank you mucho.
Mulaag na lang ko sa Sunday sa imong live.
Oo. Sige ha.
Thank you. Kung katulog na ha. Saan pa rin kuri-kurion.
Matulog no? Kasi yung ako tanong.
We're happy to see people come down here to the library. Thank you
all
very
for coming.
much
We really appreciate it.
For being here. Hello, Jim.
You're in a very good mood today.
I
Is that
am.
because it only took you 10 minutes to drive to work?
Well,
or
it's
what was
Friday.
it?
It's
I know,
Friday.
exactly.
It's Friday. And it's particularly good Friday because I've noticed that nobody else seems to be in the office on Friday, Jim.
Exactly. So it is a Friday in August, which means if you're at the office right now listening to the show and are worried a coworker or your boss might catch you slacking off, don't worry because no one else is there. Now with the Orange Line shutting down, Office Fridays are about to be a whole lot quieter. That starts, as you know, tonight at 9 o'clock if you spent the last 2 weeks under a rock. We're opening the show asking, is the already silent Office Friday a sign that Americans are taking the 4-day work week seriously and into their own hands? Is that a good thing? Will it continue beyond the dog days of summer into dreaded September? And could Fridays off be the solution to not just our coming T traffic nightmares, but a solution, Marjorie? I hate to think this to a happier life, and I'd say yes. If you're off at the office this Friday, what's wrong with you? Give us a call. We want to help. And if you're not, explain to us how good it feels. The number is 877-301-8970, and that is for texting or calling. As you know, Marjorie, since I met you a quarter of a century ago, we started on the radio. I've been campaigning for the 4-day work week.
Well, apparently it's coming, Jim.
Well,
I mean, you read these stories,
I
it is
did.
coming in some places because they've realized no one's going to show up anymore on Friday. And it's kind of a neat reversal.
What do you mean?
Usually it was the boss who was off at his
that's
second
pretty good,
home,
you're right.
you know, tanning on the second porch in his second home, or he was at the beach somewhere. Now, because the bosses are trying to get everybody else to come into work, they feel obligated to get all dressed up, suit and tie, go into the office and sit there virtually by themselves because everybody else is at the beach instead of the boss.
Well, you know, the pandemic obviously convinced employers in particular that a lot of things that were impossible, remote work, at least part-time, more remote work, hybrids, Fridays off. That statistic we saw this morning, only 31% of people clock in, go to work on a Friday to begin with. So it's the de facto situation is people aren't working. And you add to the fact that additional spur, hopefully only for a month, is the closing of the Orange Line and part of the Green Line come Monday. It's time to just do the damn thing. And I think we know it can work. It's not. And by the way, we know we're going to get calls at 877-301-8970. Obviously, somebody has to work on a Friday. And if you have to work on a Friday because it's a business or an enterprise like a retail store or a hospital, then the answer is you get another day off. We're talking about as a general proposition, is it not time? And by the way, you were like exuberant over the fact that it took you such a short period of time, seriously, to drive to the library today. And it's all because it's a Friday.
Well, because people are not, they may be working from home, but they're not working from the office because usually it takes me like 20 minutes to get here because of traffic on Beacon Street. And of course, we're always following the MBTA buses because the Green Line on and off is not in service. So they got the buses there in the bus lane. But today, Friday, it took me like 10 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I flew all the way to work, and
beautiful
usually it took me
story,
20
actually.
minutes. And I asked Mike over at the Lennox Hotel where we park our cars.
Who's one of
I'll
the
be
lead door guys.
chastised. I,
He's
of
great.
course, should be taking the T. I know everybody's going to tell me I should be taking the T to work instead of driving. Well, I am an imperfect person, and I drove to work. But
you didn't finish the thought. What did Mike at the door at the Lennox
it said
tell you?
Friday's really off. You notice that people are not coming to town like they used to on Fridays. They're not coming to park cars because they do a lot of parking for people that are not staying at the Lennox necessarily. They're just coming into town.
Well, that's because they're doormen.
They're doormen. That
Yes,
is
they
correct.
are. And by the way, they're all men, so don't send me an angry note. They are doormen.
And they're
yes.
great. Actually, I love
they're
doormen
fabulous
at the
people.
Lennox. I feel close to the doorman at the Lennox after all these years.
Tell
In any
tell
case,
the real reason. It's not just because they're nice people. They're good looking. I mean,
very good
Marjorie,
looking.
as she
Very good
admits,
looking.
is superficial, and they are a good looking
Listen,
bunch across
I've
the street.
funded inquiries about the status of some of the
know you
doormen
did,
over there at
and
the
some of
Lennox
our
Hotel. I
staff.
want to know what's going on with the
Mhm.
doormen, and alas, I think that they're all taken. But in any case, the Laz LAZ parking thing that runs
Yeah.
that big parking
Yeah,
operation,
yeah.
they're saying the same thing. Mondays and Fridays, in terms of people coming into cities, not just here, but all over the country to park, it's not happening.
You know why I'm smiling at you like this?
Why?
Of the 25 years, 24, whatever it is, we've been on the radio.
This is
How many?
1999, Jim.
So 23, whatever. How many of those 23 years would you say you were against my idea to have a 4-day work week? Would you say like 21 of them?
Probably.
Okay. So, isn't it amazing how you come around? Thank you for the credit for being a revolutionary thinker
Yeah.
and a creative thinker. It is about time. 877-301-8970. People are happier. Incidentally, all of the data, all of the research shows that people are more productive when they know that they're going to have an extra day to either have fun, do errands that they have to try to squeeze in, or whatever the hell it is that people do. 877-301-8970. Molly in a car, you're first on Boston Public Radio. We're live at the Boston Public Library. Hey, Molly.
Hi, how's it going?
Excellent.
Fine, thanks.
Long-time listener.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. So I just wanted to say that I work for Indeed, and I work a 5-day week remotely, but we get at one Friday off every month. It's called a U day. So the whole company shuts down. Every employee gets to take the day off, and it's really nice. It helps to facilitate that work-life balance. So it's awesome that Indeed does that. And I also want to say my boyfriend works a 4-day week, and he loves it. He never wants to go back to a 5-day week.
By the way, did you work at Indeed before they had this U Day thing, or were you there only since it happened?
No, so I've been there since it happened. They introduced the U Day during 2020 during the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've continued it since then now, and they've really fostered a good remote environment too.
Is there any downside to it for those who are on the other side, like Marjorie used to be, or no? Is there?
I don't think so. I mean, my boyfriend loves his 4-day work week. I just think like the 10-hour days can get a little intense for him, but he still likes to have that extra day off.
I'm so with you. Molly, thanks for calling. You going to make a disclosure about your personal interest in what Molly had to
One
say?
of my kids works at Indeed.
And
it's my son.
Does
It's
he
great-
talk
it's-
about the
it's a
U
great
Day
company?
thing?
Yeah, but he's one of the people because he lives in New York, and they have this
Wow.
great office in New York with all these. You look out in the skyline.
I thought
the
he never
porches.
goes in, you told me.
Well, he misses it. He misses it.
Oh, that
some.
he does. Oh, he misses it.
Yeah,
he doesn't go in.
he likes being at home a few days a week, but he does like to
Well,
go in
he's
and
a
see his
sociable kind
colleagues.
of kid, too.
And so he misses it a little bit, but they are going. But that's the problem. One of the good things about having a 4-day work week, or one of the things that's great about nobody going into work on Monday and Friday, let everybody come in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then they can see each other and mix and mingle and all that kind of stuff.
How much would you like a U Day, to quote
I think a
Molly?
U Day. I think a U Day is an excellent thing. You know what else they do it Indeed?
No, I do not.
They feed people.
Well, but that's
And
a scam. But
a
that's
big
a scam.
thing.
No, it's not a big thing. The
This is-
reason they feed people is because they want them to work longer hours. They figure they can get you on the cheap. But that's like those high-tech firms that have the sleeping pods and all
come
the
on.
free food.
How much would you like it if we had
I'd love it.
lunches every day at GBH?
I'd love it.
Yeah, remember we did that during the pandemic.
We did?
Yeah, we
Oh, we
ordered
did.
lunches
That's right.
every
We
day.
did.
That
We
was
did.
very, very
well,
exciting.
we couldn't go out anyway because we worked during lunch.
That's right, but it was a high point for you to have those lunches come in, Jim.
Of course
as
it
I do
was. You know
recall.
why? Free. That was a huge part of it. But it doesn't apply to us because we didn't have a choice. We couldn't go out. Don't you think it's a lot healthier if someone's got a lunch break to actually go out in the world and experience the world a little bit, have a little relaxing time, that kind of thing? Yes, no, what?
Well, that's true.
Thank you.
That's very true. Beth in Boston says she comes into the office every Friday specifically because nobody else comes in, and she likes the peace and the quiet. And by the way, that is one of the strategies that companies are using to get
What do you
people to
mean?
come back. Well, they have ice cream trucks and
Oh, I know, I know.
karaoke and happy hours and tacos and all this free food and free liquor.
Can I tell you something? You raised something. I have to be honest about this.
What is
Well,
that,
I've
Jim?
always been for the 4-day work week. The one thing that convinced me that a 5-day work week is better is what you just mentioned. If there was karaoke on Friday at work, the notion that I could sing with my coworkers would be such a draw for me. It's incredible.
Amber from Worcester says, I'm not at the office because 5 people on my floor have COVID. And my neighbor and friend forbade me from going in. So she likes working from home better, but COVID is still out there, unfortunately. Tina from Boston, thank you for calling.
Hey, Tina.
Hi, I think the whole world would have to shut down in order for my firm to not have to come in on Friday.
Oh,
because I work at a law
Tina.
firm. And Jim, as you know, there's a lot of deadlines in a law firm.
We do. I do.
Yes, so that's a no-go here. But I do agree that I take the commuter rail from Braintree, and the traffic is a lot lighter, and you can actually get a seat on Fridays.
But Tina,
it's noticeable.
Can we talk law firms for a minute? As I
The
said,
law firm is in this Wall Street Journal story.
what does it say?
Well, the partner is sitting in his office all by himself because this law firm only has a quarter of the people showing up. He's got 120 lawyers that work there, and 75% of them are working from home.
Well, Tina, that's exactly what I was going to say. Even if there are deadlines for lawyers and paralegals and such at a law firm, why can't it be on a rotating basis where somebody like you takes off one Friday, then the next Friday somebody else takes? I mean, it can be accommodated, no?
Well, it can, but when there's only one person who does each position.
Well, that's a good point. You mean in a
and
small
sometimes-
law office? Yeah, that's
a body is needed to get the mail, and someone might need their computer restarted, and so a person.
I think you
needs to
should
do
just
that, stuff
consider
like that.
defaulting in the proceeding and take the Friday off.
Oh,
Tina,
well,
thank
hold
you.
on, Tina.
Oh, wait.
Hold on, Tina. I want to let you know that this law firm is in Boston. It's K and L Gates in
K&L
Boston.
Gates.
You know it?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So that's
yeah.
probably why they can do that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. That's where the chairman of K&L Gates is sitting in the office
By
basically
himself.
by himself.
Hey, Tina, thank you for your call. We appreciate it. We hope you get that Friday off at some
No, he
point.
says-
877-301-8970. I'm sorry.
He says he's very lonely. The chairman of K&L Gates sitting in the office all by himself. Maybe he'll call us up.
How would we do a 4-day work week? Adrian from Illinois says, I'm all for a 4-day work week, but how would it affect Boston Public Radio? That's a very good point. It's
It's a very
sort of a
good
little
point.
difficult.
But I work from home more than you. I work from home at least 2
I'm not
days a week.
talking work from home. I'm talking about not working.
But even working from home is a much different thing than coming into the office and working. You have to get your lunch ready, you have to pack it, you have to get dressed, you have to put your makeup
Mm-hmm.
on, to fix your hair. I mean, you can go for days without showers if you're working from home.
No, that's a
Jim.
beautiful thing. And also, Marjorie, it's pretty clear. I have faithful listeners to the show. Marjorie's a lot more comfortable doing the work when she's wearing an apron. And
Exactly.
that is
exactly. Gets
and
me
that-
into
if
the
that's what it
working
does
mode.
For you, it's fine with me.
Derek from Weymouth, thank you for calling.
Hello, Derek.
Hey, how you doing?
Excellent.
A couple things. This part's obvious, but it depends on the job.
Yes.
Right. My wife
Yep.
works retail, so if nobody's at the store's not open.
That's a good
you
point.
can't do it that way. But I'm in the wine business, wine distribution and importing. So we have delivery drivers that have to be on the job, otherwise customers don't get their product. But for me personally, like I'm on a personal day right now. I had to take a day off because I couldn't get childcare for the day.
Oh.
But then I realized I'm sitting here in front of the laptop, still working. So did I need to take a personal day off or not? It kind of depends on what your expectation is. My boss is one of those respond to every email depending on no matter what time it is.
That's
8
unfortunate.
p.m. respond to the email sort of thing. So maybe the 4-day work week is a good trade for the always on culture.
Yeah, but Dirk, don't go away. If you're doing the wine thing and you say, people expect deliveries, if they all had, I don't know the business, obviously, I just know the consumption of it. Couldn't there be an accommodation with a little bit of planning that would allow the retailers who are served to get what they need when they need it and allow people not to work that 5th day?
Well, sure. I mean, you can definitely reduce delivery days, but then you got to cover so much territory in fewer days, which becomes challenging.
Understood. But
you know,
let me just tell you
restaurant-
one thing. The one thing that is there are a lot of there are two different kinds of 4-day work week. There's a compressed work week, as it's called by the experts, which means you squeeze 40 hours into 32, and that's what I think you're talking about, longer days. And most people who do it, by the way, say as hard as it is at first, they prefer that to work in the 5th day. And a lot of businesses feel that they can not compress it, but rather just do 32 hours because productivity goes up because people feel so good about the extra day. Dirk, thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Listen to this. This is from Michael in Cambridge, who
Yeah.
says, I have a 90-80 schedule. That means I do 80 hours in 9 work days with every other Friday off. Could compromise between 4 and 5 day work week without having to do 10-hour days. I've never heard of that before. That's a really clever idea.
You know what? My
And
attitude is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we have an email from someone else who was a thing for the doorman at the Lenox. She said they get my daughter, who's got some health issues, in and out of the building. We always stay there. They're so gracious and wonderful. And both my daughter and I think they're handsome too.
Well, they are good. So
Right?
those people
Wait,
are
we tell 'em
superficial as you are.
when we leave.
Let me just say before we take a break here, for those who in good faith say there are reasons why this can't be done, I don't have all the answers, needless to say, but except one answer that matters most. 2.5 years ago, could offices in America go hybrid? The answer is absolutely no. It would destroy business in America. It would never work. Does it work? It works. So the answer is 4-day work weeks would work too.
Yeah, we're very averse to changing things up.
We are.
I've noticed that. I noticed that particularly when I talk about heat pumps, Jim. I get a lot of resistance to heat pumps because it's a change in what people normally do. Anyway, we're talking about nobody working on Fridays anymore, at least not from the office. And is that great? Is it not great? And what about Jim's famous crusade for the 4-day work week? Our number is 877-301-8970. You can text or call us at that number. We are broadcasting live from the Boston Public Library.
From the GBH Newsroom, Priced Out, the fight for housing in Massachusetts.
So far, we've shared stories from across the state about the housing crisis and the people impacted. But now, we want to have a conversation about solutions.
Join us Tuesday at 2 for a sit-down with housing policy experts at the GBH studio in the Copley Square BPL. Or join the live stream at youtube.com/GBH News.
Support for our programs comes from you and the Museum of Science, where you can discover something new each time you visit. Summertime is limited, though your experiences at the Museum of Science are not. Tickets at mos.org. And Always Health Partners, officially becoming Mass General Brigham Health Plan to advance their integration within the Mass General Brigham Health System. You can learn how they can support your wellness goals by visiting alwayshealthpartners.org.
Welcome back to Boston Public Radio. She's Marguerite, and I am Jim Browdy. We are streaming live at the Boston Public Library, streaming at youtube.com/GBH News. The inspiration for this discussion with you about formalizing Friday not being a work day, and except in limited circumstances when you just can't pull it together, was Marjorie getting to work in 10 minutes and her raving about it, because that's about half the time it would take you on any other day to get to the Boston Public Library. Here is a texter who doesn't sign it, who says it perfectly. 4-day work week is long overdue. With the proliferation of 2 working parent families, we need the extra day to attend to life tasks so that we can actually enjoy the week and recharge as we need to. It's impossible to squeeze all the socializing, errands, bills, doctor's appointments, and administration we need to do outside of work in just 2 days. Shouldn't this be the goal of societal progress, to work less instead of more? Beautifully put, whoever sent that thing in.
Who was the guy that said we were going to be working 3 hours?
I can't believe you said it. Just the it was a famous economist, wasn't it?
Keynes.
Was it Keynes?
Keynes.
Yes, I'm not sure if it was him, but it was some famous economist
and he predicted,
who said in 20 years or something. Yeah.
Work 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day.
That hasn't exactly
Well, we
happened.
work 3 hours a day, so I guess he was right about us.
But we're not really working just
We're
3
not?
hours a day. No, I don't think so, Jim.
Yeah, you call this work, I think, as most people. You just talk. You turn on the microphones, you just talk for 3 hours. What's the big deal?
Debbie in Boxford, she's a farmer. She says, as a farmer who hasn't had a day 4-day of it over a month.
Yeah,
I'm
I
having a
saw
hard
that.
time feeling sorry for people
I
having to
know.
work 5 days a week. There are no 4-day work weeks for farmers, and that is true. That is a really
When was the
hard
last time you were a
job.
farmer?
I have never been a farmer, but I would not want to have to get up at the crack of dawn every single day to feed the animals. That would be a very difficult thing to do, especially in the wintertime.
Caitlin in Providence, you're going to give the number?
I was going to give the number, but go ahead.
Caitlin in Providence, you were next on Boston Public Radio. Thank you for calling in. Hi.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
So I am pro 4-day work week, but the issue that runs with where I work, so during the summer, we have a 4-day work week. We get Fridays off. But the problem is that even in non-summer times, we don't have enough staff to do the work we're already doing.
Well, that's a
so
problem.
then in the summer, when you're still expected to do essentially 40 hours of week and 40 hours of work in 4 days, and you're understaffed, I think the issue with the 4-day work week is you have to make sure there's an appropriate level of staff to get the work done, because otherwise those 4 days
You're
are
right.
so hectic and insane that I need the Friday to collapse essentially.
So does your boss know that that's the state of affairs that you're describing there, Caitlin, or is he or she oblivious?
No, they're aware. They just don't seem to care.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Having said that, as torturous as the 40 hours is, and I totally get that, how fabulous is it when you're done Thursday, those extra 2 hours, when you know you have a 3-day weekend instead of a 2-day weekend?
It is really nice, especially to be able to either like plan weekend travel or go to the beach, so stuff like that. It is really nice.
Caitlin, thanks for your contribution to the discussion. We appreciate it.
We have an email from a teacher who says, I've always wondered how people would conceive of the 4-day work week for teachers. Presumably, people would still want their kids in school 5 days a week. And alas, the teacher is right about that. I mean, teachers are going to get screwed on this. Anybody who's going to actually show up, retail, teachers, you can't have a 4-day work week.
No, the solution for the teachers is the solution your favorite governor, Governor DeSantis. Isn't he having felons teaching in the schools, or like some odd group of people are now teaching in the schools because he hates the teachers and
I don't know.
because of the Don't Say Gay deal?
I don't know. You know, people that are bemoaning Donald Trump running again. If he doesn't run, you know who we're going to get.
Oh yeah, I know. I know you say that every day. Be a little more
Ron
positive.
DeSantis.
It could be somebody you're really crazy about, like Mike Pence instead.
Somehow I don't think so. Who just said, can Americans get any lazier? This is why China
I
is
saw
spinning
that,
our
yeah.
clock. We're not lazy. What are you talking about? Other countries, like the Germans, who have a great economy, they're hardly working at all over there. Don't they have
how
like
do you know that,
great
Margaret?
swaths of the summer off?
They do.
Because they
Well,
do.
Western Europeans have a lot of time off.
Yeah,
They do.
so
they take off August, for example.
They take off August.
Some would argue we take off August, as a matter of fact, when they listen to the shows. In any case, I think it was our boss who said that. Kaylee, no, she didn't. Kaylee in Providence. Did we just talk to you or no? Kaylee, hi. No. Hello.
Hi. I'm a different person.
Oh, perfect. Nice to
So,
talk to you. What's up?
I'm calling you guys from the middle of my Friday off. I work a compressed schedule.
Great.
I'm a therapist who works 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
And it gives me time to do my errands, get my doctor's appointments done, but it also provides my patients with time flexibility.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
That is a great
So,
point.
Kayla, you're the perfect person to call, not only because you like a 4-day work week, but because you're a therapist. What does this do for your patient? I assume you have some patients who do 4-day work weeks. And assuming that's the case, what's that do to their state of mind, to their mental health? How does it suit them?
Well, I think it allows an extra day for people to get their healthcare needs met.
That's a good point,
Think
too.
of all the times you put off going to the dentist, to the doctor, because you just don't have time in your 5-day week.
I listen, I am with you, and I'm really glad it's worked for you, and thank you for the call. Now, you've had an issue with that, except you often go to the doctor on the wrong day. So the issue, is that true or is that not true?
A few times I've made
Couple
it. I'm a
times,
little
yeah.
disorganized, Jim.
Yes,
As you know, I'm a little disorganized. But I think in general, I'm just looking at the emails, we're getting overwhelming support for the 4-day week. And a couple of other people, including someone who worked for National Geographic, do this 9-day, 80-hour.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I never heard of that.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that something we should be thinking about too?
Yeah, I think it's well, they're also, this is a variation on a theme. Like firefighters work like 3 days.
Nurses, a lot of
Nurses do
nurses.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
Flight attendants
Yep.
often do that kind of thing. So they're weird. By the way, if you look at these texts, and there are a ton of them, There's almost nobody who's against it. There's some people who think it's going to be impossible to work out, but conceptually, almost everybody loves the notion of having that Friday off, since most of us are taking it anyway. No?
Amy in Cambridge, what do you think?
Hi, Amy.
Hi, I'm calling in about remote work.
Yeah.
I work in a Boston law firm.
Yeah.
And I'm usually the only person in the office. And I find it incredibly depressing because, first of all, we hired like 3 or 4 new lawyers recently. I hardly have met them because
Yeah.
they're all working at
Don't
home.
get me started. Yep, I'm with you.
We've lost all the camaraderie that we used to have in the firm. You know, we used to have lunch together. We had last Friday of the month, we had Pizza Friday, and all of that is gone. And I just think it's so sad. And Boston, downtown Boston, is like a ghost town.
Yeah, but Amy, that isn't the problem taking on Friday. It's a problem and nobody comes to work. You could have pizza Thursday instead of pizza Friday. So take off Friday.
No.
That's a whole other issue. And by the way, you are so right. Not only no camaraderie, but the thing that's driven me nuts, young people don't understand how much they're missing through the mentorship, that person-to-person physical presence kind of learning from someone who's more experienced is. And so I am totally with you, Amy. Amy, thank you for the call.
Speaking of nobody coming to the office downtown, this is from Julie in Amesbury, who's a bartender in the financial district. She says there's a noticeable drop-off in business on Mondays and Fridays. People are working from home, but Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays feel like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
The blueprint has been in place for weeks, and I think it's going to stick around.
Well, by the way, the numbers we gave a couple of minutes ago, story we read a couple of weeks ago, 31%, is this Boston or nationally? I can't remember. 31% of people show up at the office on a Friday. The second fewest is Monday, 40%.
Yep.
And I think Tuesday is, which makes sense, the biggest day. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are bigger. Obviously, that's the deal. You looking for that thing? Or
I can't find
whatever.
it. I don't know if it's Boston or national, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
the basic thing is people who work on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the office, if they are, and taking Mondays and Fridays at home or not working at all. And isn't that the way it should be, really? I mean, you can't. What's going to cause a revolution is if bosses say so-and-so has to come in on Friday, so-and-so has to come in on Thursday. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to come in on Monday and Friday, right?
You know, a couple of people who are a major Elon Musk, isn't Musk saying he's demanding that Tesla employees do a 5-day deal or get fired or something?
Well, he's not the most regular guy.
He's
is
an
he?
odd guy. He is an odd, fairly
He's an odd guy.
person.
John from Boston, thank you for
Hey,
calling.
John, what's up?
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you guys took my call right after the last caller.
Why?
For those of us who are over 30, yes, we're going to miss the whole, Friday pizza thing and everything. But come on, guys, let's be honest. We're really going to take, a pizza party just because we're sacrificing more time away from our family. Come on. Let's not get bought up by pizza. It's a $10, $20 pizza. Come on.
Well,
guys.
that was that. But John, in all fairness, that was not her point. Her point was she wasn't really talking about the Friday deal. She was talking about the lack of camaraderie and no one being there. So the social interaction thing was missing. Do you not miss that when you're not at the office or no? Or you don't like your coworkers?
Well,
John hates his coworkers.
I'm a truck driver, so my coworkers is everybody on the road, and I hate everybody
Okay.
on the road.
Hey, John. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Getting back on point. I'm South American. In South America, the norm is to work, 9 to 10 hours a day, and these people work from Monday to Saturday. So they only get like Sunday off. And if that was the point, South America would be like one of the richest continents in the world. But they're
Wonderful point.
Yeah.
That's
So
a great point.
This whole notion of people being lazy and making money, that doesn't really work. It works for the top people. It doesn't work for the workers.
Well, I said, John, thanks for the call. I said at the beginning, all the studies I've ever seen about compressed weeks or shortened work weeks, the productivity actually goes up because people are
More
excited.
enthusiastic.
By the way, Paul from Worcester has a really interesting idea. Well, we're talking about the 4-day work week. He says the state legislature is looking at having a 4-month work year. And they're close, actually. They're at 7 months
They are close.
now, and you
They are
never know
close.
where they could end up.
But what you're talking about young people, I think is the mentorship you mentioned, but it's also the fact that you're just out of college and you move to a different town for a new job and nobody goes to work anymore. Where do you meet your friends to go out partying with? You know what I mean? You're kind of in your little rabbit hole of an apartment and no one's going to the office. I remember there was a story about the kid that came to Boston to work for Citizens Bank.
I was in the Globe. That was a
It was
great
in the
story.
Globe, and
yeah.
he was like 22. He
was
came
great.
from, I don't know, the Midwest, or he came from far away. and he had no friends because where was he going to meet people? I guess.
Well, the pot cafes are going to be opening soon, as the governor told
Pod
us
cafes.
yesterday. That'll
But
be another
remember,
place.
it was during the pandemic, right? So you couldn't really go to the gym. You couldn't really
Yeah,
go
I
to
totally
bars. You
get
couldn't
it.
go to a restaurant. So he's just sitting there, twiddling his thumbs all alone, Jim. It was a very sad
Very
story.
sad. Very sad retelling by you, too.
It
by the
was.
way.
Well, I felt really bad for the
So
poor kid.
Marjorie, after 22 years of resistance, has
23
come around.
years, Jim. You keep forgetting.
23.
1999 is when we started.
Whatever.
I started first.
You did.
I got
start
hired first.
No, Marjorie, this whole thing, by the way, you've never missed an opportunity. It is true. Marjorie was hired first.
That's
and
right.
they tried out every single man in Boston. And I was the last
Yep.
man standing. And so, and that pretty much is close to true.
And I don't want to go too far down this.
No, go right ahead,
But,
go right
but as you may recall, I got a talk show on NECN before you got a talk show on NECN.
Yeah, you
I beat
lasted
to
2
that.
shows, actually. Do you
Well,
remember
I
that?
quit. I
Yeah,
quit.
That's what they all say, Marjorie. Yeah.
Okay. And then when Jim's show was failing, he decided he needed a woman co-host.
I wouldn't say it was failing. The viewership was down a little bit on NECN in the early
Okay.
days, and Marjorie did come in to
Okay. Okay. We're moving on. We're gonna talk-
quality of the show didn't improve, but the ratings they did improve slightly.
Okay. We're going to talk with. If you haven't heard about this, this is one of the great
your
stories of
favorite
the week.
story of the
Dr.
month.
Oz and the crudité catastrophe. GBH's Callie Crossley is the woman to take us into the details of this horrific tale. And we're going to talk about that and the Queen of Christmas and Mariah Carey and a bunch of other stuff. Callie's next. You're listening to Boston Public Radio, 89.7 GBH.
English and French are by far the most common languages spoken in Canada, but the country's linguistic landscape is changing.
Language is really at the core of the evolution of Canada as a country.
The big growth in linguistic diversity today springs from immigration, from South Asia specifically. How Punjabi, Hindi, and other languages are spreading across Canada, it's on the world.
This afternoon at 3, here on GBH News 89.7.
Support for GBH comes from you and Ocean State Job Lot, committed to partnering with customers to help provide brighter futures to children throughout the Northeast. Learn more at oceanstatejoblot.com. That's oceanstatejoblot.com. And The Huntington, presenting Sing Street, the joyous new musical that lifts you up. Performances start August 26th at the Huntington Calderwood BCA. More information at huntingtontheater.org.
Welcome back to Boston Public Radio. I'm Jim Browdy, and she is Marjorie. I have 2 quick things to say. One, the Marjorie sandwich today from the Newsfeed
Exquisite.
Cafe
Very
is not
good.
just exquisite.
It's really
it is
good.
Spectacular.
Yeah, I haven't
you
had
prefer
one
the
for a while.
heated or the cold variety?
Well, I haven't had the cold variety yet. We did one half heated and one half cold, but the heated
So you
one
don't
is
know yet.
really,
Okay,
really
let
good.
me know.
Yeah, really good.
Secondly, our next guest, who shall not be named for a couple of seconds, after I talk about the absence of mentoring for the young people, walks over to me during the break and says, and I quote, "Who the hell are you mentoring?" Thank you very much. That would be Callie Crossley. Joining us now. Are you applauding the line or Callie Crossley? Both. Thank you very much. Callie is the host of Under the Radar with Callie Crossley, which you can catch Sunday nights right here on 89.7 at 6 o'clock. Who the hell are you mentoring? She's also the host of Basic Black, which airs Friday at 7:30. Callie, it's great to see you, I think.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Marjorie.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mark.
she's put us to shame on the mentoring front, Jim.
Well-
I hate to say it. I'm
Well,
not very good either.
What can I tell you? I am Callie Mentor Crossley.
No, you are. In all seriousness, you are. You deserve that credit. You do. Yeah.
Okay.
I mentored Marjorie for many years. That's how I mentored.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't work out too
That's what
well,
he
but it
tells
wasn't for lack
everybody.
of effort, you know.
Okay.
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 Sorry.
So my favorite story of the week,
Oh.
barring none, is the Dr. Oz caper when he's down at the Wegner's, as he called it, supermarket. It was kind of a cross, I guess, between Wegmans and Regners or whatever it is down there, Redner's, wherever the place he works. Should we start with the sound?
Yeah, let's do it.
To just get everybody in the mood.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is Dr. Oz, who told you all these things that weren't true in his TV show, who is now viral Twitter video. This is his viral Twitter video in which while trying to show how outrageously priced his crudité ingredients are, he calls the grocery store Wegmans. It was Regner's, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, he gets the grocery store name wrong, and then it goes on and on and on about crudités.
So I do some grocery shopping. I'm at Wegner's, and my wife wants some vegetables for crudité, right? So here's a broccoli. That's $2. Not a ton of broccoli there. There's some asparagus. That's $4. I mean, it's outrageous. We got Joe Biden to thank for this.
What happened with Wegmans and Wegner? Can you explain that to them?
Yeah, I was exhausted. When you're campaigning 18 hours a day, listen, I've gotten my kids' names wrong as well. I don't think that's a measure of someone's ability to lead the Commonwealth.
By the way, that was his. We should make clear he's running. For those who don't know, he's a Republican nominee for the Senate in Pennsylvania. He essentially lives in New Jersey and hasn't campaigned, forget 18 hours, almost not at all. And he was defending his behavior on Newsmax there at the end. And the theory, Callie, is he was going to show how he understood the common man and woman in America by talking about crudité at Regner's. Is that not true?
That is correct.
So where did it fall apart?
Well, it fell apart. It wasn't Wegmans. It was a store called Regner's. So he messed that up at the beginning. It fell apart when he said crudité, and everybody's like, okay. Then he said it was doing it for his wife. It fell apart when he said, look at how outrageously priced broccoli is, or whatever he was saying, failing to understand it was a pound per pound and not per broccoli stalk, which I guess maybe he thought it was vis-a-vis his caterers on a regular basis. And, I am not a person that, you got money, enjoy it. Just be real with it.
I'm 100%
I don't
with you.
have a problem with your standing in the grocery store saying, this may not be an issue for me in real life, but it is a real issue for folks. And here's what I know. Here's what I've investigated and know about what the prices are and how they've gone up. Okay, fine, Dr. Oz, got no problem with you. Got to give it to Fetterman, his opponent in this, his Democratic opponent. John Fetterman said, in Pennsylvania, we call it a veggie tray. So that is a line worth repeating. That's a T-shirt, by the way.
Well, Marjorie and I both love Mike Dukakis, but he had a similar kind of experience, even though he wasn't being phony. He was in Iowa when he was running for president in 1988, and he was talking about some crop failures in Iowa, and he said they should do crop rotation, and the thing they should rotate it with, what was it called?
I think it was Belgian
endive. That's what it was.
Yes.
And Belgian endive was considered a little effete by the people of Iowa, and he took a lot of heat. But he was being legit. This is a totally faux persona.
Totally.
As you say, as opposed to acknowledging I've been very successful in life, etc. And he's running against the guy who is as down to earth, wearing sweatshirts, running for the Senate
Shorts.
as anybody I've ever seen, and shorts.
Yeah,
That's
Jim,
right.
Jim has shorts on today.
Okay,
Did you see his
Marcia, we don't
shorts?
need to go into that. Thank you. That is correct.
I didn't say anything, Jim.
No, it's true. It is true.
But I just thought it's just, be relatable for real, candidates.
I'm with you.
Just be authentic for real. Be you. Hey, I've been lucky to tell that
I'm with
story.
you. And by the way, for whatever it's worth, there was a great piece on CNN last night mentioning how a significant number of the Republican Trump-endorsed candidates for Senate are losing. And the line by Mitch McConnell, he was asked about, are they going to take over the Senate? He said, well, I'm not sure we will because of the quality of our candidates. And Oz is another one who was not ready for prime time, but Trump loved him. So,
well, also, I mean, there's been a lot of criticism of the stuff he was promoting on his television show, that he was promoting products that he had financial investments in. So he's saying product X is wonderful, not explaining to people that he owns 20% of product X's profits. It was really.
Now, how far would that go if that was the first thing he addressed when he got into the campaign? You probably know me from this show. Let me just say, I probably made out like a bandit, did well, because I endorsed some things, and maybe it wasn't the best thing for me to do. I mean, just, be about it. But I don't know. I think that might have gained him a little bit more likability
I
anyway and
guess. Well, it's also,
authenticity.
he also talks about his 2 houses when he's got 10 houses
Yeah.
and all that. He's trying to, you're right. He's just trying to fake his way.
Now, having said that, very quickly before we leave this topic, whoever wrote this, where was the story we read? I don't know where it's from. Mentioned
New York Magazine.
Okay, so the part of the deal
And
is
Deadline.
part of the deal is that Fetterman's saying, as you say, veggie tray as opposed to crudité, and whoever wrote the story for New York Magazine goes to his or her coworkers, and almost none of them knew what a crudité was.
Yes.
How many people here know what a crudité is? Oh, well, actually, it's only about 30 or 40%. So I guess I was going to say, what is she talking about? But the answer
Well, I think
is...
Martha Stewart talked about crudités, didn't she?
Why
on
don't,
the
do we
TV
want to
show?
tell people what it is?
Oh.
It's a bunch of vegetables, raw vegetables on a plate with a dip in the middle.
Exactly.
A veggie tray.
A veggie tray,
A veggie
beautifully
tray.
put. We're talking to Callie Crossley.
Okay, so usually we get a bagel here at the Newsfeed
Yeah,
Cafe in
this
the morning,
is-
and I read this story from Market Watch which says bagels are less healthy than ice cream cones.
Well, first, let's give props to our local folks. This is from Tufts University, the Friedman
That's
School
right.
of Nutrition and Science.
Where Corby works, by the way. Corby
Yep.
Comer,
Yes,
one of his jobs.
So apparently they produced this a couple of months ago, and then it just resurfaced, I guess, from the horror of it all, from us realizing it. But they have a 1 to 100 point scale. If you reach 100, you're perfect. So they have fruits and vegetables that reach 100 as the healthiest rating. If you have less than that, you get less healthy. So on their scale, it turns out Fritos, plain Fritos, not the ones with different Fritos, get a 55, while the bagel with raisins get a 19. Multigrain, by the way, I don't like the raisins, but the multigrain bagel, I have been inhaling those forever.
Me too.
So have we, yeah.
So I thought, you're on a, and so somebody wrote back, yay, ice cream from breakfast, which, I didn't think that's what the people said. But anyway, it's interesting that their point is you really have to not in your mind assume what could be or could possibly be healthy or is healthier. You really need to look at some stats, which they've been telling us to do anyway.
By the way, I printed out this thing. Unfortunately, it's microscopic, so I can't read it to you. It's called Food Compass.
Mhm.
And if you go to you Google Food Compass and Tufts, as Callie says, they break things down into categories: beverages, grains, fruits, mixed dishes. I have no idea what that means. Dairy, eggs, meat, etc., savory snacks, and sweet desserts. And as Callie said, they rate everything from 0, which is least healthy, to 100, which actually is quite. If you combine this with the thing we did last week here, where you lose 36 minutes of your life if you eat a hot dog.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
right.
you gain X number of minutes if you eat a peanut butter sandwich.
Right, with
I mean,
banana.
Cause I can't sleep without you. No, I don't want to dream about you. Wish I had my arms wrapped around you. And so I've been out for 2 days, diving open and working, losing track of time, babe. And so my mind is you. No, I don't want to dream about you. Wish I had my arms wrapped around you. Insomnia. I've been out for 2 days, dialing open and working, losing track of time, babe. Insomnia. My mind is running too fast. The shadows on the wall.